This is your thing, not mine.
On. Or no. You got sound on? Okay. So whatever you say goes over.
Okay, everyone, welcome to Loyal High School. Tonight we're going to have some bonus coverage. We're going to have the JV game. Unfortunately, with the weather we had this morning, I'm assuming there's some people that are unable to make it tonight. Right over from Marshfield. Kind of spotty, icy in places. But if you're a fan of basketball, this is the night and this is the game you want to be watching. So we're going to have a little bonus coverage here with the JV game, and then afterwards, obviously, the varsity game. Big game, probably the game of the year, as I think Joe Anderson, my cohort, has said. Both Loyal Greyhounds and Columbus Dons are both 11-1 in conference, so this will be the deciding game on who takes home the conference championship. So again, I'm Jamie Wenzel, and we're going to have some bonus coverage here with Selesky Sports, which I've said a couple times here in the past couple weeks. This is a good opportunity for these kids to get some exposure, and for some of the fans and family and friends that are out there unable to attend to watch the game. So we're kind of excited about giving these JV players an opportunity to show off their talents.
Starting instead of 12.
Have that chat feature where they can shout out?
Yeah,
And just had to confirm with Joe, you know, one thing we like to see when we do these games is people going on YouTube there to view the games, but then using that chat feature and shout outs, telling us where you're listening from. I know I got some family from out of state that they may be watching the game tonight, and so if you have an opportunity to shout out and tell us where you're from, maybe we'll think of a prize for whoever it is that's listening farthest away from Loyal, Wisconsin. Joe and I will talk about and figure it out. Maybe we'll get you a DoorDash Culver's meal delivered. Have to kid a little bit, you know. Joe is kind enough to allow us to do this JV game, and I brought him a Culver's meal for his payment, so I don't mind doing that one bit. I'm actually a pretty big fan of Culver's myself. My kids should actually have some stock in Culver's, to be honest. But again, we're at Loyal High School tonight. The matchup tonight, starting off, we got JV Loyal Greyhounds against the Columbus Catholic Dons. Two quality JV teams. And as I mentioned earlier, the varsity game is going to be pretty much the game of the year is what we're calling it. Both teams will win loss in conference, so the winner takes conference.
Columbus JV boys. We'll talk about them.
You know, on the year, Joe is kind of asking how the Columbus JV boys are doing, and pretty much I've seen every single game, and if my memory serves me right, I believe they've lost to Marathon, which was a non-conference game here about 3 weeks ago at Columbus. Loss against Auburndale, another Marewood South team, that really good program at Auburndale with Coach Weinfertner. As far as conference, I believe the Columbus Catholic Dons JV, I believe they're undefeated in conference. They've had a couple close games, so I believe their only two losses perhaps were those non-conference games against those Marewood South teams. I mean, Marathon obviously is a ranked team in Division 4, so they have a quality program under Coach Jacobson. And again, Auburndale, well, if you know anything about Wisconsin high school basketball, you hear Auburndale, you know exactly what that's about. They have a really good program over there with Coach Anderson over the years, but now Coach Weinfertner taking over the helm. He's been there quite some time now, but he's just taken that program and just keeps on doing what Coach Anderson did. I do know last time when Loyal visited Columbus Catholic, JV game was a tight game. If I'm not mistaken, I think it came down to perhaps 1 or 2 shots at the very end. So we're expecting to have a quality game here. And again, we're excited to showcase some of the talents of these players. Some of them do suit up for varsity, but typically they don't get opportunities just because of the talent that's at that varsity level. But I do know that some of these players have had fair share of minutes in varsity games as well over the season. Just a little history between the 2 varsity coaches here. For those of you that maybe don't know this, Coach Konitschke, he actually was Coach DeSmet's coach when Coach DeSmet went to Columbus back in 2006 to 2009. Brandon was a Columbus graduate there. Very good basketball player. Coach Konitschke took his teams in 06, 07, and 08 to sectionals. 2 of those years in 07 and 08 were in the sectional finals. They lost a searing back-to-back. Heartbreaking losses, had to lead late and just didn't hold on. And then in 2009, which would have been Coach DeSmet's senior year, they lost to a quality Rochelle team in the regional final. Coach DeSmet, he started out 6 years in Spash as an assistant, and he's been at Loyal now 6 years, so 12 years coaching. On the flip side, we have Coach Konitschke. Some people call him Coach K for obvious reasons. He's been doing it since 2005 at Columbus. His first 2 years of coaching was Stratford, which is my alma mater, and I knew Joe quite well. So yeah, it's his 21st year at Columbus. So again, here's the coach and the student tonight in that varsity game. A lot of similarities. My guess is Coach DeSmet learned a lot from Coach K. And he's done a really good job with this Loyal program. A matter of fact, Loyal's last conference championship was in 1968. Bruce Bremer, who is the all-time leading scorer at Loyal, he scored 1,800 points. And think of this, without a 3-point line. So that is a huge accomplishment. I believe they had 2 brothers, the Kernberg brothers. And I don't know, I did a little research. I believe there might have been a Chappelle. He was about at that time, this was tall. He was, I think, about 6'8", 6'7".
Probably Dave Capelli.
Dave Capelli, that was the name. See, and Joe is a retired educator and coach here from Loyal, so he's going to help me out.
Here's the claim to fame.
Yeah.
Their head coach was
Joe's giving a little history. Len Vandehey.
He was the coach here, and he was my social studies teacher at Royal. He taught
Okay.
at Loyal, then went to Elroy and taught at Royal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know another player on that team, which I know from my days playing in Stratford, was Bruce Rayhorn, because Bruce Rayhorn coached at Granton, I believe, for a while. And obviously that's when the Marewood, Granton, and Stratford were in the same conference together. And Bruce Rayhorn was a heck of a player. You know, there's a lot of good players that have come through Loyal, just like a lot of good players have come through Columbus. I vividly remember 1989, which was my senior year. I know Loyal played up at sectionals at Wausau West when it was like a Final Four sectional. And that year it was Pittsville, Loyal, Florence, and I believe the other one might have been, I want to say Sevastopol, but I don't think it's Sevastopol. It's a community up in Peshtigo. I believe it was Peshtigo. I remember attending that game as a fan, and that was quite the sectional. I know Loyal ended up beating Pittsville in the semifinal, so to speak.
They played 5 games in 7 days because they got snowed out. They beat Greenwood in the first game, then played Edgar on a Monday night, played Thorpe on a Tuesday, played Pittsville on Friday, and then played Florence on Saturday. And the only game I didn't sing the national anthem for was the Florence game. They lost.
Yeah, kind of remember that like it was yesterday, but That was many, many, many years ago.
Rub it in.
So yeah, well, Joe's older than me, so I'm gonna rub it in. But it looks like we're about to start here. We got about 40 seconds left before we start the JV game again. Selesky Sports has been kind enough to allow us to do a little bonus coverage here of the JV game, and thanks to Joe helping me out here. And again, if you have an opportunity, there should be that chat on YouTube there, and I'm looking at it right now, so feel free to reach out. We got someone from Neilsville watching, the Dueling Dude. It's your tagline. He says he's a Neilsville fan, though, but, we're all right. It's in the Eastern Clover Belt. For me, being a high school official for 35 years in football, basketball, baseball, softball, and I have done some soccer, I'm just a fan of sports. So I don't get caught up in that rivalry thing, although, obviously there are rivalries. I feel like Loyal and Columbus is one of those rivalries, and it reminds me of the one I had in high school with Stratford and Edgar. But here we are about to start the game. We have Davis Vindage jumping for Columbus, and Loyal with the opening tip. Ashback on top. Over to Lavengood. Lavengood into Lindner. Off the glass, rebound by Wenzel. Wenzel bringing it down the court. Roe Wheeler from deep. Davis Vindage with offensive rebound. As I mentioned the other night, Davis seems to be around the ball every single time. Wenzel at the point, trying a three. It's good. Loyal the other way. Columbus in their traditional, three-quarter, half-quarter trap. Loyal breaks it pretty well. From way deep. Ashbeck says right back at you, 3-3. Wenzel bringing it down the court for Columbus Catholic at the mid. Over to Roe Wheeler in the wing. Driving baseline. Try to look for Frayne. Osterman corrals it. Back to Wenzel. Wenzel top of the key, hits another one. Columbus Catholic 6. Loyal Greyhounds 3. Here comes Ashback down the court. Osterman with the steal. Bounce pass was a little late. Osterman got in the lane and got the ball. Osterman over to Wenzel. Wenzel from way deep. A little short. Lavengood bringing the ball up for Loyal. Over to Ashbeck. Ashbeck over to Smith. Down to Lindner. Lindner working hard down low on Wenzel and Vindage. Out to Ashbeck for three off the back iron. There's Smith with a putback. Nolan Frayne, sophomore, bringing the ball down for Columbus Catholic at half court. To the point, getting a screen by Wenzel. Wheeler driving to the basket, skip pass to Osterman. Osterman thought about it, held back. Wenzel being guarded by Ashbeck. Skip pass over the Wheeler. Wheeler driving hard to the lane. Lost control. Going the other way. Here comes Smith. Over to Ashbeck, back to Smith. Back to Ashbeck from the wing. Ashbeck's going to try another three. A little long. Rebound, Nolan Frayne. Frayne bringing it back the other way for Columbus Catholic. Columbus Catholic 6. Loyal Greyhounds 5. There's Nolan Frayne between the legs, going to the basket hard. We're going to get a foul. I think we're going to have a foul on number 23, Lincoln Smith. Yes, indeed. Nolan Frayne's going to line to shoot two. First one is good. Second attempt. Second attempt is good. Columbus Catholic 8, Loyal Greyhounds 5. Ashbeck inbounding. Joe, who's number 11 with the ball for Loyal? Smith with the ball.
I gotta know that kid. It says it's Nerlich? How do you pronounce that?
Colter Nerlich, but that's not him.
Is that Lavin good?
I think it's Sleeping Good.
Okay, so that basket was Lavin good. So Columbus with a turnover. Ashbrook bringing it back the other way, guarded by Frayne. Columbus in a 2-3 zone. Lindner working hard down in the lane. Over to Lavin good. Lavin good looking for Smith. Smith from the wing for three. Little deep over the backboard. That'll be out of bounds. Ball going the other way, Columbus Catholic. Here we have our first substitution. We have Rocco Maher coming in for Davis Vindage for Columbus Catholic. 12:25 left in the first half. Columbus Catholic 8, Loyal Greyhounds 7. Here's Frayne. Frayne over the Wheeler on the wing. Wheeler looking for some help. Bring it to the top over to Rocco Maher. Here's Wheeler from the top. Off the back iron. Maher with an offensive rebound. Out to Osterman for three. Good. Good job by Rocco Maher keeping that offensive rebound alive and getting it to the open shooter. There's a tip out of bounds by Wenzel. Wenzel getting his hand in there. Out of bounds. Remains Loyal Greyhounds ball. Ashbrook inbounding. Ashbeck to Lavengood. Back to Ashbeck. Again, Columbus in a 2-3. Lavengood at the point. Looking at the high post. In the Lindner down low. Trapped by Wheeler. Good job by Wheeler. Double teaming him. Here's Ashbeck from the baseline. Little deep. Wenzel with the rebound. Lindner hounding him. Out to Rocco Maher in the corner. Little off the heel. Roe Wheeler fighting for the ball and gets it. Great job by Roe Wheeler getting that offensive rebound. Skip pass to Wheeler. Skip pass to Wheeler from Wenzel. Good look by Wenzel. Wheeler just shuffled his feet a bit and got called for the travel. We got substitution here for Loyal Greyhounds. Two guys coming in. We got number 24 here. Brody Miller, excuse me. Ashbrook with the ball. Columbus with their three-quarter trap. Out to Riley Bangart. To Lavengood. Back to Bangart. Over to Lindner. Nice job by Wenzel getting his hand there in the entry pass. Turnover, Loyal. Rocco Maher bringing the ball the other way. Rocco Maher, Lindner on him. Kick out to Osterman. Osterman from way down deep. In and out. Good shot by Roman. We're going to get a foul by Columbus Catholic. Foul on Roe Wheeler, his first. Here's that three-quarter trap. Lindner trying to break it. We got a call on foul on Daxton Wenzel, his first, team second. Substitution coming in for Loyal Greyhounds. Brody Miller coming in for Lindner. Ashbeck to inbound for Loyal. There's Ashbeck going. Nice high arcing three just off the mark. Rocco Maher with the rebound. Down to Wenzel in the corner. Wenzel's going to dial it up, little off. Didn't quite have his feet set. Roe Wheeler offensive rebound, a little short on the runner, but he gets his own rebound. Good hustle by Roe Wheeler. There's Rocco Maher over to Osterman. Osterman's going to try from three. That's going to be a little short. It's all about angles there for me. Loyal with the rebound going the other way. Ashbeck. Ashbeck looking for Miller. Miller posting up on that free throw line. Here's Ashbeck from the wing. Little deep. Wenzel and Lavengood fighting for the ball. Went off of Lavengood out of bounds. Columbus Catholic ball. Frayne bringing it the other way. Frayne being guarded by Elliot Herderer. Wenzel in the corner out to Rocco Maher. He's going to try a three. A little short. Ashbeck couldn't quite corral that rebound. It's going to be Columbus Catholic ball coming out from the baseline. I mistakenly said Elliot Ashbeck because I know he was quite an athlete from Marshall, but this gentleman is Ryson Ashbeck from Loyal. Inbound to Osterman. Osterman with a jab step going to the basket, loses control. Ashbeck recovers it. Loyal Greyhounds coming back the other way. Columbus Catholic 11, Loyal Greyhounds 7. Here's Rocco Maher intercepting that long skip pass. He's going to go in off the glass and good. Columbus Catholic 13, Loyal Greyhounds 7. Here's Ashbeck trying to break this three-quarter press by Columbus. Landini with the ball. Landini with the dish. Landini with the dish to Brody Miller. Miller's going to go to the line to shoot 2. We got a foul, first foul on Rocco Maher. Brody Miller makes the first. Second attempt is good. Loyal Greyhounds 9, Columbus Catholic 13. Wenzel bringing it down on the wing over to Osterman from way down deep. Osterman's going to attempt it. Short. It's been short a couple times on that. Use a little more legs. Rebound, Loyal Greyhounds. Ashbeck the other way. Herderer loses control. Frayne got the ball, went behind his back. Loyal kid was there and took it right back. So Wenzel nearly with a steal. Here comes Landini to the basket, guarded by Maher. Maher got his hand in. Substitutions here for Columbus Catholic. We have Caleb Pankratz and Davis Vintage coming in for Ro Wheeler and Roman Osterman. For Loyal, we have Lindner coming in, along with Lavengood. Landini to inbound. Lindner got good position. Excellent position on that. He sealed Rocco Maher, and Maher ended up getting his second foul. Loyal will inbound down low. I always say when you set that screen and you seal the defender in your backside, get him the ball. Good things happen. Loyal inbounds. Lavengood to Smith. Smith takes a couple dribbles. Wenzel stops him. Landini over to Bangart. There's Lincoln Smith with a 3. Columbus Catholic the other way. Rocco Maher driving hard to the basket. Nice little spin move. Looking for some help. Looking for a teammate. Can't find one. Ends up finding Caleb Pankratz out to Nolan Frayne. Jab step by Nolan Frayne. Bounce pass there. Rocco in going hard. Oh, tried to go off the glass. Couldn't quite get the angle. Loyal Greyhounds going the other way. Here's Lincoln Smith. Over to Landini, guarded by Wenzel. Pankratz with the help. Good post up by Lindner. Yeah, that Lindner kid, he's strong. You can tell he's a football player. He's learned that from his dad. We got a timeout there. Coach Stiglitz recognized that they were in a situation where it's going to either be a jump ball, possibly a turnover. How about we get a timeout and keep possession? So Loyal will remain with the ball. They'll be inbounding baseline. Again, welcome to Selesky Sports. Bonus coverage tonight. We have the JV game for you. Score currently is Columbus Catholic 13, Loyal Greyhounds 12. 7 minutes and 25 seconds left in the first half. Loyal Greyhounds will inbound baseline. Smith inbounding. Looking for Lavengood. Lavengood over to Landini. Smith coming baseline, little screen. Maher got out on him real well. Lindner's posting up hard down low on Vintage. Smith off the mark. Rebound by Pankratz. Nice pass, Wenzel. Nice pass by Wenzel to Rocco Maher running the floor. It's great teamwork there. Good eyes by Daxton. Here's Rocco Maher. By the way, if you haven't noticed, can jump out of the gym. Got his hands on that pass over the top, but it will remain Loyal Greyhounds ball. Lavengood inbounding to Ashbeck, who's back in the game. Ashbeck over to Lavengood. Lindner posting at the free throw line, guarded by Vindage. Here's Lavengood down to Landini on the baseline. Vindage on Lindner. Lavengood driving to the basket, going inside, kick out. Ashbeck with the ball, guarded by Wenzel. Columbus in a 2-3 zone. Down low, Landini on the baseline. Nice bounce pass. Nice bounce pass to Lindner off the glass and good. Columbus Catholic 15. Wenzel from the point, good. Daxon Wenzel had his hands ready for that, caught and shoot. Columbus Catholic 18, Loyal Greyhounds 14. Here's Columbus Catholic in their traditional three-quarter. Nice trap. Landini chases it down in the corner, but unfortunately steps on the line. Turnover, Loyal going the other way, Columbus Catholic. Couple substitutions here. Ro Wheeler and Roman Osterman in for Columbus Catholic. 2 as well for Loyal. We got Elliot Herderer and Brody Miller coming in for Lindner and Lavengood. Here's Osterman at the point. Osterman looking for somebody, gets it to Frayne. Frayne, nice ball screen by Osterman. Frayne goes in hard, off the glass too hard. Brody Miller with a rebound over to Ashbeck. Ashbeck bringing it up for Loyal Greyhounds. Frayne on him. Down to Landini. Landini bounce pass down to Brody Miller. Back out to Landini for 3. That's good two-man basketball there. A little long. Caleb Pankratz with a rebound. Pankratz over the Frayne. Frayne back to Pankratz. Pankratz driving. Back out to Frayne. Frayne going hard to the lane. Here's Osterman on the wing. Nice little ball fake. Ro Wheeler going hard to the basket. Floater in the lane. Good for 2. Good move by Ro Wheeler. We call that the Steph Curry shot. Little floater in the lane. Columbus Catholic 20, Loyal Greyhounds 14. Here's Ashbeck, hounded by Frayne. In the corner is Smith for 3, off the back iron. Ashbeck though with offensive rebound and putback. Rice and Ashbeck for 2. Frayne to Wheeler. Wheeler in the lane, spin move, out to Osterman on the wing. He's going to try it again, and he hits it. Roman Osterman for 3. Columbus Catholic 23, Loyal Greyhounds 16. We're going to get a foul on Ro Wheeler, which is going to be a second. 5 team fouls for Columbus Catholic, 1 for Loyal Greyhounds. Here's Loyal bringing the ball down. Elliot Herder bringing it to the top. Looking for some help. Over to Brody Miller and the free throw line over to Ashbeck. Brody Miller, Rocco Meyer reaching over the top, getting the ball, and he's going to be going hard. Jump stop and go left hand. Good shot by Rocco Maher. Good steal there. Wenzel tried to use the glass, which we like our kids to use from that wing, but just a little hard off the glass. New player in the game for Loyal, Ben Heath, number 25. Over to Bangart. Bangart looking for Miller, who's posting up Maher down low. Heath in the corner. Bounce pass. Knocked away from Maher. Maher coming the other way over to Wenzel on the wing. Wenzel's going to try 3. A little short on that. Rebound by Miller. Ashbeck coming the other way. Ashbeck picks up his dribble. Over to Herder. Herder guarded by Wenzel. Bounce pass. We're going to have a substitution here for both teams. Got Nolan Frayne coming in for Ro Wheeler. Then we got Lavengood coming in for Ben Heath. Columbus Catholic bringing it the other way. Wenzel bringing it up. Good offensive rebound by Osterman. We're going to get a foul, I believe, on number 15 for Loyal. Ashbeck. Yep. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I can't believe I got it right. Caleb Pankratz inbound the ball for Columbus Catholic. Out to Wenzel. Guarded by Bangert. Over to Caleb Pankratz. Back to Wenzel. Wenzel guarded by Bangert. Ball screen by Frayne. Pass out to Rocco Maher. Maher looking. Brody Miller on him. Jump stop. Nice move. Just a little too much English on off the backboard and rolled off. Here's Loyal the other way. Ashbeck to Lavengood. Back to Ashbeck. He's going to try three in the wing. He's hit a couple from that spot. A little short on that one. Pankratz with another rebound. Here's Rocco Maher bringing it up for Columbus Catholic. Bounce pass in the Frayne. Frayne's going to try to go over Bangart. Couldn't quite do it. Ashbeck the other way for Loyal. Bounce pass, Maher. Third steal that way. Those bounce passes have to be pretty quick and pretty solid, and Maher's pretty quick and got over the top. Here's Maher from the point, going to attempt three. In and out. Good shot if you're Coach Mandel. No problems with that shot. In and out, wide open. Here's Ashbeck bringing it the other way for Loyal over to Lavengood. Lavengood back to Ashbeck. Over to Herder in the corner. There's Brody Miller. Coach Stiglitz yelling to get the ball to the high post. They did. Ended up getting a good shot out of it. Here's Ashbeck. He had a nice ball fake to move the defenders. Here's a skip pass to Osterman. A little short. Yeah, the boys are getting some looks, but they're a little off. But, you know, Coach always says, shooters keep shooting. So here's Ashbeck being hounded by Frayne. Good job by Nolan there. Another rebound by Caleb Pankratz. We're going to get a foul on 24 for Loyal, Elliot Herder. That'll be his first foul. Hader. Joe had to correct me. He should know these kids. He used to be a teacher here, so he knows most of their names. So one more time, Joe. How do you pronounce that? Hader. So he's like a hater. I didn't say it, folks. Joe did. Here's Osterman from the corner. He got it. There's an example, you know. He just missed that last attempt, but he was wide open and took another, and he got a nice job by Wenzel getting his hand in there. Maher couldn't quite get it. Good hustle by Columbus Catholic on that. Great job by Wenzel, Maher, and then Osterman. Going off Loyal, we're going to go the other way. Nolan Frayne bringing it up for Columbus Catholic. To the point, Osterman getting a ball screen from Wenzel. He's going to go all the way. Little hard off the glass. Lindner bringing it back the other way for Loyal Greyhounds out to Ashbeck. Ashbeck over to Lavengood, a little too high. Out of bounds. We're going to go Columbus Catholic the other way. Lincoln Smith coming back in for Loyal. Checking in for Rice and Ashbeck. So here's Nolan Frayne bringing the ball up, starting it for Columbus Catholic on this end. He's going to get a ball screen from Wenzel. Wenzel slips to try to get a three, and let's see what he got. He got it. Good set play by Columbus Catholic there for Wenzel. Wenzel had an open look, and he nailed it. Here's that traditional three-quarter trap by Loyal. Rocco Maher getting his hand in there like he normally does. I will tell you what, when you're breaking this press, if you do not make the pass hard or quick, someone might be getting their hand on it. Good job by Rocco. Inbound here in front of the Loyal bench. Lavengood out to Nerich. Here's Nerich from the corner, little deep. Caleb Pankratz in the mix, but Lavengood with the offensive rebound. Off the glass, there's a rebound by Rocco. And that's going to end the first half. Your first half score is Columbus Catholic Dons 31, Loyal Greyhounds 16. You're listening to Selesky Sports. Bonus coverage of the JV game. Again, shout out to Jason allowing us to do this JV game. As I mentioned in the pregame, it's nice to give these boys some time, and especially with the weather it was today and the roads not being the greatest, it gives some people an opportunity to watch from the comfort of their home. So we're going to take a break here. We're at halftime of the JV game. Columbus Catholic 31, Loyal Greyhounds 16.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Wisconsin shops at Gross Auto Group for 3 big reasons. No hassle pricing, lifetime warranty, massive selection, price to move. Gross Auto Group's no hassle pricing means the price you see is the price you pay. No back and forth, no wasted time. Our lifetime engine warranty means we want your new ride running for as long as you own it. And with 8 brands in 6 stores, Gross Auto has the ride you want at the price you need. 3 reasons, 3 towns. Gross Auto Group in Neelsville, Black River Falls, and Marshfield.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Hey, Brian Butch called.
Brian Butch?
He really loves Abbey Bank, but he wants to work here.
What are we going to do with him?
I don't know. Let's let him try a few different jobs.
Let's get you that loan.
Brian, buddy, you're really good at basketball, but maybe leave the banking to us.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Okay, welcome back to Loyal High School. I'm Jamie Wenzel, doing the bonus coverage here of the JV game. Want to run by the leading scorers in the first half. We'll start with the visiting team, Columbus Catholic Dons. Nolan Frayne with 2, Rocco Maher with 6, Roman Osterman with 9, Daxton Wenzel with 12, Roll Wheeler with 2. My math is right, that's 31. For the Loyal Greyhounds, we have 2 by Brody Miller, 2 by Jake Lindner, 2 by Andrew Lavengood, Ryson Ashbeck with 5, and Lincoln Smith with 5. 16, so again, 31 Columbus Catholic, Loyal Greyhounds 16. We got about 3 minutes left here in halftime before we start the second half. Crowd is coming in, thinking it might be standing room only since it's we're touting it the game of the year for good reason. Both varsity squads are 11-1 on the season in the conference. So the winner of this game obviously is the conference champ. If you joined us earlier, last time Loyal Greyhounds were conference champs was in 1968, so it's been quite some time. But Coach DeSmet has done a real good job with this Loyal Boys program, preparing these boys well for this season. And the same with Coach Konitschke for Columbus. You know, Coach Konitschke has been around a long time, 21 years at Columbus Catholic. He had 2 years at Stratford prior. But he's created quite a program here at Columbus Catholic. And DeSmet, who obviously played for Coach Konitschke, I'm sure had learned a thing or two from him. And he's done a really good job with this Loyal program. So this varsity game looks to be a good one. I know last time when it was over at Columbus, it basically went down to the last shot, and Loyal was victorious by a basket. So all you can hope for is a good game. You know, this is one of those games, unfortunately, there is going to be a loser, and I wish that wasn't the case, because both these teams have played extremely well all season. But that's athletic, folks. There's always a winner and there's always a loser. And that's the case here tonight, even though you'd like to see that not happen. So we're just about to start the second half of the JV game, the bonus coverage here at Selesky Sports. Thank you to Jackson Selesky helping out myself here on this JV game. Appreciate him helping. He's one of those behind-the-scenes guys that you don't know about. You don't see him, and you don't even hear him. He's real quiet, but he does a great job in allowing us to do what we do. I got a little shout-out here, so I'm hoping you guys are watching. I got a shout-out here to Brian and Kathy Osterman. Grandson Roman here playing in this JV game. Roman had a really good first half, 9 points, 3 threes. He's one of those kids, if he's open, he just keeps shooting, and he makes more than he misses, folks. Let's just put it that way. But these boys spent a lot of time in that new field house. They've put up a lot of shots, you know, since basically school started. So here we go. We got the aforementioned Roman Osterman inbounding it to Nolan Frayne. Columbus comes out with Nolan Frayne, Roman Osterman, Roe Wheeler, Daxon Wenzel, and Davis Vindage. Wheeler out to Wenzel. Wenzel off the heel, just a little short. Going the other way is Ashbeck for Loyal. Ashbeck looking for Smith, Lincoln Smith, over to Ashbeck. Brody Miller trying to post up, guarded by Vindage. Here's Lincoln Smith. Over to Lavengood, over to Lindner, back into Brody Smith down low, but Vindage is there, but we're going to get a foul. We got a foul on Nolan Frayne. Frayne, Nolan. See, I know him. Brody going to the basket, left it a little long. Good job by Roe Wheeler. Wenzel will bring the ball up for Columbus Catholic. Guarded by Lavengood, over to Roe Wheeler on the wing. Wenzel curling through the lane. Here's Wheeler going to the basket, laid it up a little short off the backboard. A little higher off the glass. I think Rowe would have had that. So we're going the other way. Here's Ashbeck at the point, over to Smith. Roman trying to get in his hand in there. And there's Ashbeck rattling one in for Loyal. Loyal Greyhounds 18, Columbus Catholic 31. Wenzel starting there, over to Frayne, over to Wheeler. Wheeler guarded by Lindner. Couple jab steps, he's going in the lane again. Nice spin move there. He's going to get him with a travel. Nice spin move. He just took that little extra step when he went to the basket, and the ref caught him. So Ashbeck's going to inbound. We're going the other way for Loyal in the Lavengood, guarded by Roe Wheeler. Columbus Catholic in their traditional full court, 3/4 court trap, looking for the turnover, but they break it quite well. They're Lavengood coming in. Osterman with his hand on it. Good job by Roman getting back and deflecting that pass. Again, like to hear some shout-outs on that YouTube chat. I had one person shout out, they're a Neilsville fan, but hey, we're fans of high school athletics, so thanks for the shout-out. Here's Aschenbrecht from the wing, a little short, but we're going to get a foul, I believe, on Loyal, and I think it's going to be on Lindner. Lindner fighting with Wenzel down low, but Lindner was on his back. Yep, and that's what it was. We got a foul on Jake Lindner. Loyal's first team foul this half. Here's Frayne going the other way in the lane. A little jump stop off the glass and good by Nolan Frayne. Good job by Nolan. Here's Columbus Catholic with that 3/4 trap again. Loyal does a good job of breaking. Here come Lindner to the basket. Jump stops. We're going to get a foul, I think, on Columbus Catholic here. I believe on number 4, Nolan Frayne. That's Nolan's second foul. And we got Jake Lindner going to the basket, shooting 2 for Loyal. First one is good. Second attempt coming up for Loyal, for Jake Lindner. Dad was a heck of an athlete from Greenwood. He hits his second shot. Excuse me, his second free throw. Loyal Greyhounds 20, Columbus Catholic 33. Nolan Frayne bringing it the other way for the Dons. At the point, setting it up. Loyal's in a man-to-man defense here. Smith on Frayne getting a ball screen from Wenzel. Skip past to Wenzel. This one is way deep and good for Wenzel. Good set play by Columbus Catholic there to get Wenzel an open look, and he made him pay. Here's Lincoln Smith coming the other way for Loyal Greyhounds. Back out to Lavengood. Lavengood looking things over to Ashbeck. Ashbeck into Bangert. Here comes Lavengood down low. He kicks to Ashbeck. Ashbeck with a nice shot fake. Roman Osterman did a great job of recovering on that. Here's Lavengood to the basket. Kick out to Lincoln Smith for 3. Real deep, but there's Lindner with offensive rebound. Yeah, that Jake Lindner, he's strong. He is strong. He's a heck of a football player. Let's just say if you do not box him out, chances are he may be getting that rebound. So that falls on number 20, Roman Osterman, the first foul for him. Third one for Columbus Catholic this half, and Jake Lindner makes his first basket. First free throw. Here's the second attempt coming in. We've got a substitute here for Loyal. Elliot Herter coming in. Missed that shot, but offensive rebound by Bangert. Missed that, but Frayne did a good job at getting that. Here's Columbus Catholic bringing it back the other way. Daxton Wenzel bringing the ball up the court. Taking a look to see what he's got. Out to Frayne. Frayne guarded by Herter. Hater. That's it, Hater. There's Roe Wheeler going to the basket. Nice step through by Roe, just a little off the back iron. Good move by Roe Wheeler, just a little hard off the back iron. Here's Ashbeck going the other way. Ashbeck over to Lavengood, guarded by Wenzel. Down in the corner to Lindner, guarded by Rocco Maher. That's a good matchup, folks. 2 strong guys. We got Lindner stepping on the line there. We got Landon Landini coming in for Lindner. Lindner's going to get a break. Guy's been working hard down low. He makes his money down low and he works hard. Strong kid. Osterman out to Roe Wheeler. Roe Wheeler over to Daxton Wenzel. He's going to try a 3. In the cylinder, just off the bit, but Rocco Maher going to the basket. Reverse layup. Great move by Rocco Maher. Columbus Catholic 38. Loyal Greyhounds 21. 3/4 trap here by Columbus Catholic. Pretty standard by them. Loyal's a little slow getting it broke, but they did. Maher got his hand in there, but couldn't quite corral it. Here's a nice little bounce pass to Bangert. He's going to try about a 12-footer. Missed it off the back end. But Lavengood fought for the ball, tipped it. Bangert got the ball and put it in. Good job by Bangert getting that 2 points for Loyal there. We're going to get a foul on Loyal, believe. It's going to be Landini. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Couple substitutes for Columbus Catholic here. We got Caleb Pankratz and Davis Vindage coming in for Roll Wheeler and Roman Osterman. We got Caleb Pankratz at inbounding the ball underneath for Columbus Catholic. Let's see what Coach Mandel is drawing up for the boys. See if they run it the way they're supposed to. Not sure what happened there. Couldn't see his feet. Ref thinks he stepped out of bounds. From my vantage point, I couldn't tell. So it's going to be a turnover, Columbus Catholic. Loyal Greyhounds bringing it down. We got Rice and Ashbeck at the point, over to Landini. Landini over to Bangert, down low to Brody Miller, who's posting hard off the glass, and good for Brody Miller. Good job by Brody Miller. He got good position on Pankratz here, and we got an N1 even. So, apologize, folks. I didn't really hear the whistle. No, he's going to give him a foul before the shot, so no basket by Brody Miller. So, inbound Loyal here. Off the glass. For Hader. Here comes Columbus Catholic the other way. Rocco Maher in the lane out to Caleb Pankratz. Caleb Pankratz with Landini on him. Pankratz to Maher. Going to get a ball screen from Wenzel. Uses it. Good drive by Maher into the lane. Looked like somebody reached in. Going to be Columbus Catholic ball inbounding underneath. Caleb Pankratz. Columbus struggled a little bit last time with that out-of-bounds play. Let's see what they got here. Here they inbounded it well out to Wenzel. Wenzel's going to bring it to the top. Here's Vindage over to Frayne. Frayne into the lane, lost control of it. Tried to get through two guys, and someone was on him. Tipped it. Luckily for Columbus Catholic, Caleb Pankratz was there. We got a foul by number 21, Landon Landini. I believe that's his second foul, and it is. Columbus Catholic inbounding for the third time in the exact same spot. Let's see what out-of-bounds play we got here. A little different one here. Out to Wenzel. Wenzel's going to try a three from way deep. In and out. Good luck. Here comes Herder the other way. Out to Bangert for three from the point. Off the front. That's going to go out of bounds. Columbus Catholic the other way. Nolan Frayne bringing it back for Columbus Catholic. Hader nearly hit it out of bounds. Here's Wenzel. Wenzel's going to be short on that one. Didn't quite have his feet set. He's a shooter, though, so he'll be ready next time. When he has the open look, he'll take it. Coach Mandel tells his boys that when they have an open look, take it. So we got a couple substitutions here. We got Roll Wheeler and Roman Osterman coming in for Daxton Wenzel and Nolan Frayne. So Rocco Maher will bring the ball up for Columbus Catholic. Rocco Maher working on Lavengood, going hard to the basket, out to Roll Wheeler. Loses the handle of it. We're going to get an over and back here by Columbus Catholic. Turnover Columbus Catholic. Yeah, Columbus Catholic, the last couple trips down here, they've struggled a bit. Couple turnovers, couple forced shots. So they're going to have to regain their control here a little bit. So back to the action. Here's Loyal Greyhounds at the top there. We're over to Lincoln Smith. Over to Heath, down low to Brody Miller, who's posting up hard, guarded by Vindage. Vindage made him pass it out back to Heath. There's Smith. Smith skip pass to Haderer. Out to Lavengood, back to Haderer. The Miller. To Smith, to Heath. Heath back to Smith. Nice move by Lincoln Smith. Step through, makes two. Good ball fakes by Lincoln Smith on that one. Columbus Catholic 38, Loyal Greyhounds 27. Here's Roe Wheeler from the wing. Over to Davis Vindage. Vindage out to Rocco Maher. Caleb Pankratz with a good back cut. Out to Vindage. Vindage back to Maher. Maher over to Wheeler. Wheeler on the wing there. Guarded by Hader. Over to Davis Vindage in the corner for 3. He got it. Yeah, Davis Vindage. He's kind of a crowd favorite. He doesn't take a lot of them, but if he does and he makes it. And here's that 3/4 court pressure by Columbus Catholic forcing a turnover. Lavengood a little high over Hader. Roman Osterman inbounding for Columbus Catholic. We're going to get 2 shots here. Foul on Loyal Greyhounds. I believe it's going to be on 24. Hader. And I apologize if I'm mispronouncing his name. It's one of those names that you look at the spelling, you think it's easy, and it's really not. So here's Roe Wheeler with his first attempt. A little short. Roe's going to hopefully get the ball above the rim this time. He was a little flat on that shot. Let's see what his second attempt looks like. Second attempt up, in and out. Good shot there. Good offensive rebound by Vindage. Over to Rocco Maher, back to Osterman. Osterman with the ball fake. Back to Maher. Maher jump stop. Traditional jump stop off the glass. Caleb Pankratz fighting for the ball. Good job by Caleb. Couldn't quite get it. Lavengood going the other way for Loyal. Columbus Catholic in a 2-3 here. Down to Heath in the corner. Heath looking for somebody. Pass went over the top and went off the rim. But Lavengood was able to corral it. Over to Heath in the corner, guarded by Pankratz. Heath looking for somebody. Over to Lavengood in the wing. Lindner's posting up hard on Vindage. That's a good matchup. 2 strong guys going at it. Good football players. Little fadeaway by Lindner off the back of the iron. And we got Heath and Pankratz fighting for the ball. We got a jump ball. Arrows going Loyal Greyhounds way. Coming in for Loyal Greyhounds, we got Colton Neerlich. And then for Columbus Catholic, we have Daxton Wenzel and Nolan Frayne. Here's underneath. Neerlich tracks it down. Lavengood looking for somebody. Guarded tightly by Frayne. Nolan Frayne will guard you extremely tight. He's quick. He can make up space, so he doesn't worry too much about being too tight. Neerlich with an attempt there. But from behind, we have Roe Wheeler with a nice block out of bounds. Loyal Greyhounds will inbound underneath the basket baseline. Inbounded by Lincoln Smith. See what Loyal has for an inbound play. Here's Neerlich coming down to the low post. Smith tried to do a bounce pass to Lindner, and there's Roe Wheeler and Lindner fighting for the ball. We got another jump ball. Be going Columbus Catholic's way. Roe Wheeler inbounding the ball for Columbus Catholic to Nolan Frayne. Nolan Frayne bringing the ball up for Columbus to start. Let's see what Columbus does this trip. Wenzel pass over to Wheeler. Wheeler over to Osterman. Wheeler went over the top. He got a little tipped, and Smith got his hand in there. Ended up in a jump ball. We're going the other way. All of a sudden, we got a grade school game here. Several jump balls in the last couple minutes. Hader going the other way. Here's Lavengood bringing the ball up at the mid. Roe Wheeler and Frayne trapping. We're going to get a travel. Folks, here's the deal. When you have control of the ball and you fall to the floor and your knee hits the floor, that's a travel, folks. So that ref was spot on. He got that. And anyone out there interested in joining the reffing ranks, because you know the WIAA is looking for officials, go to WIAAWI.org, go to the officials tab, and sign up. And if you need games, get a hold of me, Jamie Wenzel. I have plenty of ADs and tournament directors calling on me to get officials. So I'm always looking to add people to my black book. And Mr. Joe Anderson, who'll be with me in the varsity game, he's an official as well. So we know all too well how difficult it is to find people to officiate. There's a kick to Wheeler to Vindage. Oh, off the mark. Good job by Roe Wheeler, though, making it happen and doing the kick out. You know, we talk about this in basketball. If you can get that extra pass means so much. It's a lot easier to make a shot when nobody on you or in front of you than when someone is. So down to Lindner, down low, Vindage on him. Lindner going hard, just lost a little bit of control there and ended up going out of bounds. Vindage may have bodied him up a bit, but basketball's a physical sport. If anybody tell you it's not, you're sorely mistaken. And the thing is, as we get older, as we go from the grade school level to middle school to freshman, JV to varsity, it gets more physical every single year. There's Wenzel with an open look, just missed, but Osterman's going to corral that one. Good job by Roman. Roman with his head fake. Wheeler out to Wenzel at the point. Wenzel over the Frayne. Frayne on the wing, guarded by Landini. Back to Wenzel, guarded by Heath. Wenzel's going to try another one, in and out. Into Rocco. Good cut. Good cut. Good cut by Daxon Wenzel. Great find by Rocco Maher. Wenzel's going to go to line to shoot 2. That, you folks, couple offensive rebounds. If you're Coach Stiglitz, you got to get a body on somebody. Wenzel's first attempt from the line is good. Daxon Wenzel's second attempt. It's good, nothing but net there. Good rotation on that shot. Certainly learned that from his mother, not his dad. Not afraid to admit to that. Joe Anderson is chuckling here a bit, as he was my wife's teacher and coach back in the day. But I say this because I'm a firm believer when you put in time and effort and you work hard, and I mean work hard, good things will happen. And you see that with high school athletics. You have these kids coming through the ranks in grade school, middle school, and you're like, you know what, they have some potential there. They might not quite have it, natural ability in the beginning, but if they keep working hard at it, all of a sudden they mature and something clicks and someone grows a couple inches or gains a little weight. It's just enough. And that's why for me, I'm a firm believer in those younger levels. Everyone getting opportunities, because you just never know. There are diamonds in the rough, folks. And if we decide as coaches or programs to already start weeding out those that perhaps don't fit a certain stereotype, that isn't a good practice, because there are definitely kids that will end up being kids that will help out a program even at a varsity level. So I'll get off my pedestal here now on that one, but for those of you that know me, I'm passionate about coaching. I'm passionate about kids. Absolutely love athletics. Get that from my dad. Dad's family is a big sports family, so when we get together, typically we talk sports. So back to the action. Here's Rocco Maher, gets in there on that three-quarter trap. He is extremely good at doing that because he's so quick. And here he is, reverse layup. Just missed about Roe Wheeler. Wenzel's going to do a shot fake over to Wheeler. Wheeler going to go in the lane, kick out to Wenzel from the baseline. Wenzel's going to try a 3 and get it. Excellent ball movement by Columbus Catholic on that one. We've said it time and time again. At every single level, folks, the extra pass will get you a lot of times a basket. So back to the action. Here's Brody Miller down to Bangert. Bangert go to the basket, left hand, nice runner and in. Good job by Bangert. Riley did a great job using his left hand. That's the side he needed to go to, and he went. Here's Wenzel from the baseline again. He hits another one. Like I said, he's a shooter. And my wife taught him everything he knows. The only thing I maybe taught him is free throws, perhaps a steal once in a while, and old school hard-nosed basketball, boxing out. And here's a nice bounce pass to Bangert, and Bangert's going to put it in, and we're going to get a foul on Rocco Maher. So we got the N1 here. So Riley Bangert, good job. He's made a couple baskets here the last couple trips, and he's going to go to the free throw line, charity stripe for 1. A little short on that. Ball gets loose, but he gets the rebound. Coach Mandel probably is wondering who boxed out the shooter. Unfortunately, didn't happen that time. Here's Bryson Ashbeck over to Landini. Landini guarded by Frayne. Landini steps through. We're going to get a foul on Nolan Frayne. Landini jump stopped and stepped through, and Nolan unfortunately reached in, and they got him. So that's 3 fouls on Nolan Frayne. We've got Landon Landini going to the line to shoot 2 for Loyal. First one off the mark. Second attempt coming up for Landon Landini. Here's a second attempt. Good. Good job by Landon. He didn't let that first one affect him and made the second one. And here's Roe Wheeler from the point for 3. Oh, that was half down and came out, folks. Half down. Good shot by Roe Wheeler. Ashbeck going the other way for Loyal Greyhounds over to Landini. Brody Miller posting up hard at the free throw line. I know Coach Stiglitz has been yelling it a lot. There's Landini slipping in the lane and puts one off the glass and in. Good job by Landon Landini for 2. Back to the action. Here's Rocco Maher doing that reverse layup. He's hit a couple of those. Good job by Rocco. Here's three-quarter trap. Good job by Nolan Frayne. We got a jump ball here. Arrow is pointing towards Columbus Catholic. Couple substitutes here for Columbus Catholic. We have Davis Vindage and Caleb Pankratz coming in for Roe Wheeler and Nolan Osterman. Shout out again, Roman's grandparents watching the game, I believe from Grantsburg. I know Roman's dad quite well. Good man, good electrician. I'm familiar with that Grantsburg area. I had a college roommate when I went to UW River Falls from Grantsburg. Here, Rocco Maher out to Wenzel. Wenzel lost the handle a bit, gained control out to Pankratz. Pankratz out to Maher. Maher with a shot fake on Nerlich. Jump stop by Rocco out to Caleb for 3 from the wing. It's a little deep. Hitter going out the other way over to Lincoln Smith. Lincoln Smith looking. Here's Lindner. You're going to go up against Vindage. Gets enough and gets it in. Good job by Jake Lindner to get that in over Vindage. Here's Columbus Catholic coming the other way. Scores Columbus Catholic 50, Loyal Greyhounds 36. Rocco Maher getting the ball screen from Daxton Wenzel. Jump stop. Just lost a little bit of the handle going up. A little short. Lindner coming the other way for Loyal. Over to Lavengood. Lavengood looking for it. We got a tip ball here by Columbus Catholic. I said earlier, Nolan Frayne, he's quick, so when he guards you, he's going to guard you tight. He's not going to give you much space. Here's Lincoln Smith inbounding for Loyal over to Lavengood. Lavengood over to Hader. Lincoln Smith from the baseline, in and out. Good shot by Lincoln. I don't think Coach Stiglitz would complain about that shot. Here's Lincoln again. 2 off the back iron. Gets his own rebound. No one boxed him out. Got his own rebound. They say follow your shot, and if you miss it, get it, put it in. So good job by Lincoln Smith. Loyal Greyhounds 38, Columbus Catholic 50. Here's Rocco Maher over to Frayne. Frayne over to Pankratz on the baseline. Pankratz over to Maher on the wing. Maher looking for somebody. Skip pass over to Frayne. Frayne's shuffled his feet. Call it shuffle to puppies. And he just did and got called for it. So we got a timeout by Coach Mandel here for Columbus Catholic. 2:17 left in the second half. Columbus Catholic 50, Loyal Greyhounds 38. You're listening to Selesky Sports.
It just makes sense. Mittens carries higher quality furniture from all of your favorite brands because we want you to be proud of your space.
It just makes sense. Mittens carries all of your favorite appliance brands so we can save you money on the products you trust.
It just makes sense that Mittens services what we sell because we want your home to be comfortable and run smoothly.
It just makes sense. Central Wisconsin has shopped at Mittens since 1938 because we have it all.
Okay, welcome back to Loyal High School. It's been called the Game of the Year tonight for good reason. We got Columbus Catholic Dons, who are 11-1 in the Eastern Clover Belt, up against the Loyal Greyhounds, who are 11-1 as well. But again, thanks to Selesky Sports here, Jackson Selesky and Joe Anderson. We got a little bonus action here, JV. So back to action, 2:13 left in the game here. We got Loyal Greyhounds bringing the ball down here. We got Lavengood over to Hader. Nice pass down to Lincoln Smith. Out to Lavengood is going to try a 3, in and out. Hader gets his offensive rebound. Tries to rip ball through, and we're going to get another jump ball. Caleb Pankratz in there getting the jump ball. It's going to be Loyal Greyhounds ball starting from the baseline. Lincoln Smith to inbound for Loyal. Let's see what Loyal has for an inbounds play here. run around a screen, and then just the release to the top. Here's Lincoln Smith on Maher, and there's Nolan Frayne. We're going to get another jump ball. Joe, if I had a quarter for every jump ball this game, I could go buy a hamburger, I think. Back to the action. Here's Columbus Catholic. Frayne over to Pankratz. Pankratz dribbling in. He's going to get hit, and we're going to get a foul on number 11 for Loyal. Nerlich. I believe that's his first foul. 5 team fouls for Loyal, or excuse me, 6 for Loyal and 6 for Columbus. Here's Frayne, the inbound for Columbus Catholic. They're looking for someone. Frayne almost gets a 5-second count. Out to Pankratz, out to Maher. Maher guarded by Lavengood. Comes into the basket. Here's Wenzel for 3. He got it. Here's Columbus still in their 3-quarter trap. But Loyal does a good job of breaking it. Here's Nerlich for 3. Off the mark. Wenzel with the rebound. Guarded by Hader. Over to Maher. Maher guarded by Lavengood. Chances are he's going to do a jump stop, and that's exactly what he did, and he put it in. If you haven't watched Rocco Maher, he has a tremendous jump stop, and when he gets a jump stop and he's in the lane, chances are he's going to jump over everyone, and that's exactly what he did. Here's Nerlich with the ball, out to Lavengood on the wing, guarded by Wenzel. Pankratz nearly with a steal, but here's Lincoln Smith going baseline and in. 2 for Lincoln Smith. Loyal Greyhounds 40, Columbus Catholic 55. We got 36 seconds left in the second half here. Rocco Maher bringing it up for Columbus Catholic. Looking things over. Might be looking to go to the lane and do a jump stop over to Wenzel. Wenzel guarded by Hader over to Caleb Pankratz. Pankratz going hard to the basket. Bounce pass out of bounds. We got substitutes going in here for both teams. We got Roman Osterman going in and Roe Wheeler for Nolan Frayne and Davis Vindage. And then for Loyal Greyhounds, we have Landon Landini, Rice and Ashbeck, Ben Heath, Brody Miller, and Riley Bangert. Wenzel intercepting the pass by Ashbeck. Knowing Coach Mandel, he's going to have the boys hold the ball. It's one thing I can tell you about Coach Mandel. He does a good job, and he's respectful, and he's a good sports. And we don't always see that in high school athletics, but there is an example of that. So your final score is Columbus Catholic 55, Loyal Greyhounds 40. You're listening to Selesky Sports. We'll be right back for the totals from the game.
Our passion, your
today, tomorrow,
future
journey. Our passion, your journey. Taylor Credit Union is your local full-service financial cooperative. As your community-owned credit union, our passion is to support your journey, whatever it may be and wherever it may go. From savings to checking, home to auto, and IRAs to investments, we have the products, services, and rates for your today, tomorrow, and future. Become a member and start your Taylor Credit Union journey today.
So, after a couple years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
For 63 years, Hiller's True Value has proudly served Marshfield and central Wisconsin. Now, we're excited to begin a new chapter. Hiller's True Value is becoming Hiller's Ace Hardware, bringing you better pricing, a wider selection, and access to exclusive brands. You'll start to see some exciting changes around the store, all designed to make shopping easier than ever. But one thing will never change: the same friendly faces and trusted service you've counted on since day one. Hiller's Ace Hardware, still Hiller's, now with more tools to serve you better.
Okay, folks, welcome back to Loyal High School. We're going to run down here with the JV scoring. For the visiting Columbus Dons, Nolan Frayne ended the game with 12 points, Roman Osterman with 9, Ro Wheeler with 2, Davis Vindage with 3, Rocco Maher with 10, and your leading scorer is Daxon Wenzel with 25. For your Loyal Greyhounds, we have Brody Miller with 2, Jake Lindner had 7, Andrew Lavengood had 2, Riley Baingart had 6, Ryson Ashbeck 7, Landon Landini with 3. So again, thank you to Selesky Sports and Jackson Selesky and Joe Anderson allowing us to do the JV game again. It's really nice to be able to do that. And we got this great matchup coming up with Columbus Catholic and Loyal Greyhounds, again, both 11-1 in the Eastern Clover Belt. So this is going to decide the conference championship. And varsity game is going to be colored by Joe Anderson. I'll be chiming in a time or two. Yeah,
play-by-play, you mean?
Well, yeah.
Jackson, we need to make sure that we got to do a little housekeeping. Make sure the scoreboard reads the varsity readouts for the ranking and the records, please. You did that? Cool beans. Okay. The boss always gets after us for that. And yes, he's always watching.
The all-knowing owner.
Yes. All right, friends, you are looking live here at Loyal High School. We've got a full house tonight for this big matchup, the Showdown in L-Town, which I've been putting on Facebook all week, between the Loyal Greyhounds and the Columbus Dons. Loyal comes into this at 12-1 in the conference, 21-1 overall. They, I don't think they've ever won 21 games in the history. Jamie mentioned that their last conference championship came in the 67-68 season. I'm in my 5th year of retirement, and I didn't start kindergarten until fall of 68.
Yeah, Joe, it's funny you mentioned that because someone had asked me the day if you remember that, and I said, I don't even hardly know if he was very old. So
born in 63.
So I wasn't too far off, because I think I told some people that you were probably in grade school, and I was right.
I hadn't started school yet.
Well, you were advanced.
Yeah. All right, we take a look at both of these teams. First for the visiting Columbus Dons, a two-way tie for first place. 12-1 on the conference, 18-4 overall. Joe Konieczny, the longtime head coach here at Columbus. Their last game was a win Tuesday, 70-48 over Owen Withee at home. Coming up next for them will be the first or second place crossover game in Neillsville. That will be next Saturday afternoon. There is a three teams that could finish 1, 2, and 3 in the West. It'll either be Fall Creek, Regis, or Stanley Boyd. Leading the scorers for the Columbus Dons, Matt Konieczny averaging 16.4 a game, Ben Weiland 15.8, and Carter Summer, good season for Mr. Summer, 12.1 points per game. Carter also leads the team in rebounds, averaging 3.4 a game. Jack Kolbeck with 2.4 rebounds per game, and Ray Becker chips in 1.6. Matt Konieczny and Carter Summer each with 1.1 assists per game. The only conference loss for the Columbus Dons was to Loyal, and that was what, about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago?
About 3 weeks ago, and that went down to the wire. If you recall, Carter Summer got fouled basically at the end of the game, went to the line to shoot 2, down by 2, and just missed the front end, and obviously that was the end of the game, but a well-fought game by both teams.
And the Loyal Greyhounds ranked number 3 in the Bound-Zaleski poll. They also 12-1, 21-1 on the season. Both of these teams winner takes all for the conference championship tonight. Brandon DeSmet, a student of Joe Konieczny, played for him and learned from him, and now they face each other here for about the 5th time. Well, probably about the 10th time, because he's been here about 5-6 years.
6 years.
6, yep. Their last game was a tough-fought game at Neillsville, which we brought you on Zaleski Sports. The Greyhounds defeated Neillsville 51-47, and their next game coming up is going to be either the first or second place game for the crossover again next Saturday in Neillsville, and we'll play either Fall Creek Regis or Stanley Boyd. The man to watch tonight for Loyal is Bryce Deegan. Bryce Deegan leads the team in scoring and rebounds, 19.5 points a game and 7.5 rebounds a game. Bryce is 10 points away from 1,000 points, and when that happens, and it should happen, we'll have Jackson make sure over in the corner to your left, they kind of have, there's 2 distinct corners in this gym. To the left corner is sort of like Bryce Deegan's grouping over there, and on the right-hand side, Kane Tofar's crew is over there. That's Kane's corner over to the right. All right. Bryce Deegan, as I said, leads in scoring and rebounds. Right on his heels is Kane Tofar, averaging 13 points a game and 3 rebounds. And Rhett Lemovic, 8 points a game, 3.5 rebounds. And by the way, if you know Rhett Lemovic, if you ever watched him play, he likes the backboard. Everything is always off the backboard that goes in, and you know if it hits the glass, it's going to go in 95% of the time.
Yeah, Joe, the other night when I did the Owen Withee Columbus Catholic game, he reminds me a lot of Jack Wendler from Owen Withee.
Yes.
Jack uses that backboard extremely well down low, and when these big guys post up, we always say as coaches, you know, when they're open, get them the ball. So yeah, good point on Rhett being able to use that backboard, a lost art.
Yeah, I always kind of tease him about that too. And in the assists area, Carson Prine averaging 2.5 a game, and Reed Stiglitz 1.5. Coach DeSmet usually goes with a 7-man rotation. He will start Stiglitz, Prine, Deegan, Tofar, Lemovic, and will sub in Carson Bremer and Hunter Walter. Hunter Walter has come on very strong for Loyal. In the last couple games, scoring average is up. Take a quick look at the Eastern Clover Bell Conference standings. Both of these 2 teams you see tonight tied at 12-1. Neillsville in 3rd at 8-4. Owen Withee in 4th at 7-5. Spencer in 5th, 7-6. Colby 3-10. Gilman and Greenwood each at 1-12. They have split wins against each other, but Greenwood Granton is listed in 8th, as they are 3-19. Gilman is 4-18. Other games tonight: Greenwood Granton is at Colby tonight. Gilman is at Owen Withee, and Neillsville is at Spencer. Now this should be the last conference games of the week, but due to Mother Nature, The game between Owen Withy and Neelsville ended up getting moved to Monday. At least, and if I'm mistaken, please correct me on the YouTube page or send me a text. According to the bound schedule, it had them playing on Monday. That's why they've only played 12 conference games. The last meeting between these two teams, Loyal and Columbus, as Jamie was saying, was 52-50 Loyal on January 20th. In the immortal words of Kenny Loggins, this is it, and it is the big game tonight in the conference.
Yeah, I kind of equate it to a Rocky movie.
Yeah.
Rocky Balboa and Clubber Lang. You know, again, Joe and I will reference some things, and that kind of ages ourselves. But I thought about this today, and all I can think about is the Rocky movie.
Yes.
Because this is kind of that feeling. It's a heavyweight fight.
Yep.
I said earlier in the JV game, being from Stratford and Edgar was always the biggest rivalry, and with my time here at Columbus Catholic, I've noticed that Loyal and Columbus kind of have that rivalry like I had back in the day.
Especially in basketball.
Yes.
Big time basketball. Yeah, the last time they won a conference title was 1968. I'll give you a couple of names to think about. Bruce Bremer, number 34 for Loyal, who scored almost 2,000 points. Remember, this is in the late 60s, no three-point line. And he was coached by Len Vandehey, who left Loyal and went to Royal and was my social studies teacher in high school back in the day.
Did he coach down in Royal?
He coached football.
Football, okay.
Yeah, and by the way, I think I'm correct when I say this, Lenny Vandehey is the last Wisconsin high school football player to successfully make a dropkick field goal.
Wow.
1946, 48.
That right there is useless knowledge, but I tell you what, if you're doing a trivia pursuit and you get a question like that and you get that answer, you win.
I'm a big trivia guy.
Yeah, you're kind of a historian, Joe.
Because I'm old.
I'm not far behind you.
No. All right, we'll take a quick break here for words from our sponsors. You're watching High School Boys Basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you tonight by ShedsDelivered.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Wisconsin shops at Gross Auto Group for 3 big reasons. No hassle pricing, lifetime warranty, massive selection, price to move. Gross Auto Group's no hassle pricing means the price you see is the price you pay. No back and forth, no wasted time. Our lifetime engine warranty means we want your new ride running for as long as you own it. And with 8 brands in 6 stores, Gross Auto has the ride you want at the price you need. 3 reasons, 3 towns. Gross Auto Group in Neelsville, Black River Falls, and Marshfield.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of high school boys basketball. The showdown in L-Town tonight between the Columbus Dons and the Loyal Greyhounds. Joe Anderson here, joined by Jamie Wenzel and the maestro of the modulator, Mr. Jackson Zaleski. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We've got quite a peanut gallery up here. Us three, and you got Dale on the right doing radio, and Harry Tofar, the infamous Harry Tofar, to our left, who works for the TRG. So quite a meaty row. And by the way, it's hard to find a spot to sit because it's full.
Yeah, I think I mentioned earlier, standing room only is what I expected, and that's exactly what we have. It's just not many seats available.
Hearing the sounds of the Loyal High School pep band on their old place they used to play on the stage. Shaylee Croxall, the band director. By the way, they've got solo and ensemble tomorrow.
Oh. Wow, that brings back some memories.
But they only have to go to Greenwood. I'll be there too, but I will not be judging any instrumental, and no kids from Loyal. So anybody else, look out.
Well, at least it's nice and close for you, Joe. Don't have to get up quite too early.
Not so early. All right, we should have a good game tonight. You are watching high school boys basketball again on Zaleski Sports, and we will bring you the starting lineups, national anthem, and announcements. So stay tuned and have a good seat. Join Kathy and Bob Trimble in the recliners and have a fun time tonight here on Zaleski Sports.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Hey, Brian Butch called.
Brian Butch?
He really loves Abbey Bank, but he wants to work here.
What are we going to do with him?
I don't know. Let's let him try a few different jobs.
Let's get you that loan.
Brian, buddy, you're really good at basketball, but maybe leave the banking to us.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Shaylee Croxall. Starting lineup's done by Will Bratcher on the mic. Well, strap in, everybody. Should be one heck of a ball game. Kathy and Bob Trimble have chimed in, and they are watching from the east side of town. Annabella, Nick Nett, Ryan Levengood, Republic Proud, Brittany Nett, Fred Byer is watching.
We got that Neilsville fan, that Doolin Dude guy. Well, no Neilsville game tonight, correct? Due to the weather?
They're at Spencer.
Oh, at Spencer.
I don't know. Let's see. Greyhounds in the white with the maroon numbers, letters, and trim. Columbus in their traveling navy blue with white numbers, letters, and trim. Tip goes out of bounds and belongs to Loyal. Deegan, 10 points away from 1,000 with the ball. Goes to the right. Back to Deegan in the corner for 3. Short. Konieczny will track it down. Far side. Joe Anderson, Jamie Wenzel here along with Jackson Zaleski bringing you tonight's action from Loyal High School. Drive by Summer. Fouled and will shoot 2.
Good strong move by Carter Summers to the basket on that one. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Only loss for Loyal on the season was at Spencer in early December. 2 for Summer. Makes the first. That foul called on Bryce Deegan, his first personal. Second free throw for Summer. Short. Tofar rips it down. Here's Stiglitz over the timeline. Man-to-man defense employed by the Dons. Almost a turnover. Quick hands for Ray Becker. Deegan left hand nearly lost it. Flips it over to Prine in the corner. He'll go to the basket. Cut off. Stiglitz. Floater. No. Summer with a rebound. Becker for near side. Weiland, no. 1-0. It's like a baseball game.
It's top of the second inning.
Kane Tofar showing no ill effects from that ankle. And he lost the ball out of bounds. Well, wait a minute. Puts it up. Count it for Tofar. Not pretty, but it works.
Well, Ray Becker saved that one from out of bounds, and we say as coaches, don't save it to the basket, and that's exactly where it went, and Tofar corralled it and put it in for Loyal.
Boy, defensive struggle here. We're not quite 2 minutes in. You could just feel the intensity in the air here in the gym.
Yeah, pressure situation here. I think they're just a little tight right now.
And Matt Konieczny says, I can do that. 3-2. 1-2-2 press employed by Columbus.
Pretty standard with Columbus with that press.
Diamond. Tofar in the corner. Guarded by Summer. He'll dribble. Now Stiglitz. Boy, the defensive reaction for Columbus is pretty good.
Yeah, they're closing out pretty hard on these shooters. Not giving them a chance to get an open look. Here's Lamovic.
Well, that's one of the few times that he'll miss. He's off glass all the time.
Great move.
Konieczny, cut off by Stiglitz. They'll give it to Summer. He'll go in, knocked away, and they can't stick a fork in it. It's going to be Marshall Columbus ball out of bounds. RZ Builders congratulates the Loyal Greyhounds on a great season, and good luck to the players and coaches in the playoffs. RZ Builders, your commercial, residential, and agricultural builder in Loyal. Didn't mean to cut you off. I got to get those reads in.
It's all good. It's all good. Ray Becker from the point. Deegan on him.
Both teams employing man-to-man defense. Summer will drive in, kick it out. Becker drives in. He's cut off. Back to Summer.
Out to Hilgeman.
Boy, you can see there's a lot of intensity between these two teams. A lot of contact.
A lot of good matchups, by the way, Joe, when you look at it.
Summer. Into Hilgeman. He'll spin. He'll lose control. Right in the hands of Stiglitz.
Run out for Stiglitz.
2 for Reed Stiglitz. 4-3. Matt Konieczny in the corner. Prine will take him. Becker guarded by Deegan. Nice move for Summer. 3 points for Carter Summer.
Yeah, one part of Carter's game that's really improved over the season is going hard to the basket.
Deegan to Lamovic. No! Goodness.
Joey may have jinxed him on the backboard.
Well, out of the 95 out of 100, those are some of the 5 he misses.
Yeah, right. Right.
Weiland will take it up top to Konieczny. Summer. One thing Summer's got to watch is, and you'll agree with me, he's got to watch that shoulder. He can't dip it when he goes into the defender.
Yeah, and I think the reason he might do it tonight is the Loyal boys are a little bigger than he is, so he's trying to get a little separation. But yeah, you're right. Offensive foul might be coming in the future.
Yep. Prine will lob it into Tofar.
Good matchup there with Tofar and Hilgeman, 2 strong football players.
Lamovic struggling from the field. But bounces back out to Loyal. Deegan needs 10 for 1,000.
Nice backdoor cut by Prine. Here's Stiglitz for 3.
From the logo! 3 for Stiglitz.
It's the one time I think Columbus gave a shooter some space, and
yeah,
he got him.
Hunter Walter due to check in. Prine with a steal. Blocking foul. Good call. He was not set.
I would agree with you on that one.
He was not set.
You know, Ray got there awful quick, but I have to agree he was a little late.
Hunter Walter will check in for Loyal. ShedsDelivered.com is your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, and more. All crafted by skilled Amish artisans. See their display lots in Marshfield, Medford, and Wisconsin Rapids. You can also get more information by going to ShedsDelivered.com.
Back to action. Loyal inbounding.
Deegan. Cut off. Rotated around there. Very patient on offense. Both teams are. Stiglitz. Prine for 3. That's not going to be anywhere near, but Tofar Hilgeman saves it in the Summer.
Good job by Caleb. Toeing the line there a bit, and he saved it.
And now the Loyal fans start to clap to encourage their defense.
Tell you what, I like this matchup between Konieczny and Prine. Prine to me is a defensive specialist. Obviously, Mac is a very talented offensive player.
Konieczny short on the 3. Tofar ropes it in on the rebound.
Coach DeSmet's telling Stiglitz to slow it down here a bit and set something up. Let's see what they have in store.
The master and the student going after each other tonight here in Loyal. Deegan, floater, no.
In and out.
Walter kicks it out. Prine for 3. Count it for 3 for Carson Prine. And a contact foul on Ray Becker, his second. Stiglitz will inbound on the south end. Into Tofar. And the block. Triple team.
Yeah, triple teamed is right. Here's Stiglitz, guarded by Weiland.
Good basketball tonight here in Loyal. Tofar. Nice move.
Nice move.
4 for Tofar.
Loyal Greyhounds 12, Columbus Catholic 5.
Fans cheering for both their squads. Konieczny, pull-up jumper, no bueno. Hunter Waller. Hunter having a fine second half of the season. Deegan waiting to get those points. Saw young lady Van Order from Pacelli. Got her 1,000th last night in Pittsfield. There's Deegan for 2. Needs 8. Timeout Columbus. Back after this, you're watching high school boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
It just makes sense. Mittens carries higher quality furniture from all of your favorite brands because we want you to be proud of your space.
It just makes sense. Mittens carries all of your favorite appliance brands so we can save you money on the products you trust.
It just makes sense that Mittens services what we sell because we want your home to be comfortable and run smoothly.
It just makes sense. Central Wisconsin has shopped at Mittens since 1938 because we have it all.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of high school boys basketball. Friends, VitaPlus backs the Greyhounds. Congratulations to players and coaches on a great season. VitaPlus of Loyal, delivering quality and consistency in every batch of feed. The Chastain Hesley Insurance Agency is your full service agency offering auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance from a variety of companies, including Progressive. Whatever you need to protect, let them provide you with a free quote. Good luck, Hounds, from the Chastain Hesley Insurance Agency, serving all of central Wisconsin from both Pittsfield and Loyal. Back to action. Coming out of the Columbus timeout, 14-5 Greyhounds. Just under 10 minutes. Konieczny lost the handle but retrieved it.
Yeah, Columbus looking for a little rhythm on the offensive end.
Summer, he's had a fine season. Knocked away but retrieved by Columbus.
Hilgeman with nice ball screen for Becker.
And they're going to get a foul on Hunter Walter. He got a little too grabby.
Yep.
Bear Creek Canvas is your pop-up camper recanvassing specialist. Good luck tonight to the Greyhounds from Bear Creek Canvas of Spencer. Say that fast 3 times.
Yeah. Hilgeman is Summer. Summer guarded by Tofar. Out to Weiland.
See if Weiland he can score.
Yeah. Give him a little open look. He'll probably hit it. Here's Summer going hard again to the basket.
Gets his own putback. Way to go, Carter Summer. Lead is at 7, 14-7. Now they go 1-3-1.
Can be an effective defense. What helps Columbus Catholic is they're tall up front. You know, Carter Summers 6'7", and you got Caleb Hilgeman in the middle at about 6'5".
Loyal will counter with a 2-1-2 on offense. Walter, no bueno. Almost had it. Hilgeman retrieves it. Summer over the timeline. Konieczny pressured by Stiglitz will go to the basket. Pull-up floater. Good. 4 for Matt Konieczny.
Yeah, Matt got a little separation on Stiglitz when he went to the basket. He touched him a bit to back him on his heels, and he hit that.
Skip past the Prine. Tofar. Stiglitz up top. Boy, good reaction. Deegan! 3! 5 points from 1,000.
Yeah, that was great ball movement by Loyal there.
Eight-point lead for the Hounds. 7:40 left here in the first half. Full house in the doghouse tonight.
Weiland looking for some space on Prine. There's Becker going hard to the basket, out to Summer. Summer to Weiland.
skipped. Oh, they tried to get it to Helgeman, but Deegan anticipated it.
Yeah, I think it was a little too late. Half a second earlier, he would have had him.
Bremer and Lamovic come in for Loyal. Hey, friends, Joe's Refrigeration is your full-service DeLaval dealer. They've been serving Central Wisconsin for 60 years from Withee and now from Auburndale. Get top equipment for your milking parlor, including the DeLaval VMS series. I'll finish that. VMS series, their techs can service your commercial refrigeration too. Joe's Refrigeration in Withee and now in Auburndale. Summer with the deuce.
Summer with 6.5.
I got him with 7.
I got him for 7 too. I saw that one there. Oh!
And he will get more possibly as he goes to the free throw line. Fouled.
Going to be on 0, Stiglitz.
Not too many team fouls. We've had 5 totally called fouls here in the first half. 1 of 2 from the line for Carter Summer here in the first half. Make that 2 of 3. Second free throw for the junior, number 35, excuse me. Made them both. Lead to 4. Loyal will slow it down. They do that 1. They do that 2, 3, 1. Bremer can hit those. The one thing, Jamie, that they've got that Columbus has is experience. They've been here before.
I had that conversation on the ride over. If you know anything about Columbus Catholic, these boys have been in pressure situations a lot, which sometimes can be the deciding factor. But again, I think Coach DeSmet has his boys ready to play tonight.
They're going to get Bremer with the push.
Yeah, good job by Coach Kanichke calling that timeout. Ever since he's called the timeout, he's really settled down his boys.
2 throws for Carter Summer, making a living at the free throw line here in the first half. Second free throw coming up.
And folks, they're free. So when they're free, you got to cash in.
Second one is up and good.
Yeah, Joe, you never know. With 2 quality teams like this, a lot of times at the end of the game, it could be the difference between winning and losing on those free throws.
Free throws win games. 1-3-1 zone. If you're not used to it.
Yeah, not a lot of teams run it.
I mean, I hated going against a 1-3-1 because the kids freak out and don't know what to do and
panic, complete panic.
You just got to go 2-1-2 against it.
You have a lot of coaches, what they end up doing, they go with a set offense the same as the defense.
Yes.
Here's Bremer into Lamovic, Mr. Backboard, as Joe has called him.
And he's going to go to the line to shoot, too. Get that on Caleb Hilgeman, the senior, his first, 3rd team. Rhett Lamovic, a junior, number 32, shooting 2. First one is up and is no bueno. First 2 free throws of the game for the Greyhounds. Takes a couple of bounces. Release rotation, no. Wow, Lamovic.
Seems a little tight.
Yeah. Hunter Walter back in for Loyal next dead ball. Short on the 3.
Hilgeman with a nice offensive rebound.
Kanichny, 3! And you're right, after that timeout, Columbus has really turned the tables. Timeout Loyal. We'll be back after this. You're watching high school boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you tonight by ShedsDelivered.com.
Your
today, tomorrow,
future
journey. Our passion, your journey. Taylor Credit Union is your local full-service financial cooperative. As your community-owned credit union, our passion is to support your journey, whatever it may be and wherever it may go. From savings to checking, home to auto, and IRAs to investments, we have the products, services, and rates for your today, tomorrow, and future. Become a member and start your Taylor Credit Union journey today.
So, after a couple of years of this, it's time for more money and better opportunities. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Are you a born leader? Is hospitality your thing? Maybe you're into efficiency. Or do you love building teams? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. So stop getting by and level up today.
Jamming out to the Doobie Brothers.
Joe, we might have to go to a karaoke night.
Hey friends, Taylor Credit Union is your full-service financial cooperative. Their passion is to support your journey wherever it may go. Become a member and start your Taylor Credit Union journey today. Taylor Credit Union of Abbotsford and Medford.
Yeah, as we mentioned, Konitschke out of that timeout. Columbus currently is on a 13-2 run.
There we go. Lamovic uses the glass there to get his first basket of the game. 19-18. Knocked away, says Deegan. Get that out of my house.
Yeah, Bryce gets up pretty quick, and he's long, extremely long.
Weiland cut off. Summer. They'll rotate. They want to get it over to Hilgeman. He'll take a three. Lamovic will pull down the rebound.
Yeah, Joe, I had them the other night against Owen Withy, and Hilgeman did take a three, and he hit it. So he feels comfortable.
I think every kid on the Columbus Dons can shoot a three.
You know the program.
Yes, sir. Deegan skip past Prine.
Oh.
Should have taken it.
Yep.
Stiglitz will take it. Rims out.
Halfway down. Weiland misses Summer. Summer looking for the ball. Over to Becker. Back to Weiland on the point, guarded by Prine.
They've got Konitschke in the corner. Weiland for three off the front iron. Hunter Walter pulls that one down. Bryce Deegan needing 5 for 1,000, and we'll get that celebration when it happens. I already gave Jackson a heads up.
Skip pass there to Prine. Over to Deegan.
Hunter Walter couldn't get the putback in. 2 on the floor. Konitschke looks for a cutter, finds it in Summer.
Guarded by Lamovic. Backing him in. Here's Becker from the baseline.
Becker with ice in his veins. Two-point lead now again for the Dons. And we're going to get a foul.
We're going to get a house of foul, and this is not a good one for Columbus Catholic. I believe it's his third.
Yes, it will be. It will be number 3 on Ray Becker. Elijah Wolf will check in. Tofar back in for Loyal.
Yeah, that simply was a hustle foul. You know, Ray is all over the floor trying to get every loose ball, and just a little too much that time and took the Loyal kid out.
And you can't, I mean, you can be unhappy about the foul, but yet you can't be unhappy about the effort.
Correct.
See how Mr. Wolf does here in place.
Yeah, Elijah had a great game a while back at Just a Game against Rice Lake, so he's more than capable.
And Tofar gets the tough shot. 6 for Kane. Tied at 21. Stolen, and we're going to have a blue foul.
Yeah, it's going to go on Hilgeman. That's his second.
For deer hits, small dings, and accidents of all kinds, take your vehicle to Frayne Body Shop. They're ASE certified, offer free estimates, and they'll work with your insurance company. Frayne Body Shop, family and locally owned, just off Highway 13 in beautiful downtown Unity.
Yeah, and I can speak firsthand for Frayne Auto Body. I took my work truck there. Matt and his crew did an amazing job. Great people.
And it's in beautiful downtown Unity.
Very beautiful. After that tornado, they cleaned it up.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, I know where this game is at. That was Tofar for 2.
Tofar with 8.
Yep.
Devlin Timler in for Columbus Catholic over to Elijah Wolf. Elijah to Summer. Nice wheel route by Weiland. But Prine he's a defensive specialist. I'm watching him here. He is a good defender. And there's an example of it.
And Prine can get you anywhere between 5 to 10 points a game if you need it.
Yeah, and for role players, that's a good thing.
Yep. And to be truthfully honest, I never saw him as a basketball player when he was a little kid. That's a neat thing. You see how these kids grow and mature into different roles.
What was his sport when he was younger, in your opinion?
He just didn't strike me as a real strong athlete, and then I was wrong. I've been proven wrong before, which is fine. Missed shot by the Greyhounds. Hunter Walter knocks it out of Wolves' hands. Hunter short. Oh my goodness.
You know what? If he could have did it all over, I think he would have liked to try the backboard.
And Wolf can't stick a fork in it. You're watching high school boys basketball tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com, the Chastain Hesley Insurance Agency, VitaPlus, RZ Builders, and Bear Creek Canvas.
Columbus still in that 1-3-1. It's kind of gave Loyal some troubles.
That defense gives everybody troubles because you don't see it that often. Stiglitz, short. Good rebound for Konieczny.
Yeah. It's going to be a matchup. He's going to get...
Prine draws the foul on Summer. You may like or may not like that call, but that was a definitive call by the official. He did not hesitate. Lamovic in. And the Columbus fans not happy. But we move on.
Yep. Part of the game.
I always say I referee much better sitting up here.
Yeah, I just had that conversation with someone the other day. After 35 years of doing it, I should start reffing from the stands. Tofar in the corner. Lamovic's working hard.
Got to keep that defense moving. You start hitting the outside shots, they're going to have to come out, and they are bringing that 1-3-1 out far.
Well, and the thing is, the way the break that is with that skip pass.
Lamovic, deuce. 4 for Rhett Lamovic.
Loyal Greyhounds 25, Columbus Catholic 21. We got 24 seconds left in the first half.
I'll do the 10-second countdown for you.
Looks like we have a little one-on-one out here with Konieczny on Stiglitz.
10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Counts if it goes. Count it. Summer at the horn with the basket.
I'm sure not like how they drew it up, but it worked out.
And we're at halftime, and we've got a tight one here in Loyal, 25-23. Back after these messages, you're watching high school boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you tonight by ShedsDelivered.com.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
For 63 years, Hiller's True Value has proudly served Marshfield and central Wisconsin. Now, we're excited to begin a new chapter. Hiller's True Value is becoming Hiller's Ace Hardware, bringing you better pricing, a wider selection, and access to exclusive brands. You'll start to see some exciting changes around the store, all designed to make shopping easier than ever. But one thing will never change: the same friendly faces and trusted service you've counted on since day one. Hiller's Ace Hardware, still Hiller's, now with more tools to serve you better.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that looked for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports, broadcast of high school boys basketball. We're at halftime here in Loyal, and we've got as my late father would say, we've got a dandy crew watching tonight. Thank you for tuning in. A couple of names to mention before we go to the scorebook. Doolin Go Dude from Neilsville. I probably didn't say that right. Annabella, Nick Nett, Ryan Lavengood, Republic Prod, Brittany Nett, Fred Byer, and Muncie Sports Spotlight. Linda Zaleski is checked in. Cool.
Thank you for checking in. I mean, like we said earlier, get on that YouTube chat and tell us where you're from, and maybe we'll get you a prize. Ask Jason.
Yeah, that's the boss. Yeah, can't forget our loyal viewers from here in Loyal, Kathy and Bob Trimble, and they always sit in the recliners and watch Zaleski Sports.
Yeah, and Bob, I gotta say this out loud. I'm wondering if you're wearing your hat.
I think he is.
Bob, I have to tell you, when Loyal played at Columbus here in January, my wife said to me, hey, look over on the other side, and I did, and I said, what am I supposed to look at? And she pointed. There you were, Bob, with your hat.
Yep.
The infamous hat.
Yeah, he always has it.
Yep.
All right, let's take a quick look at the scorebook here. Matt Konieczny for Columbus, 7 points, 3 for Ray Becker, and Carter Summer having a very good half. He is chipped in 13. I forgot to tally up my free throws. 2, 4, 6.
5 for 6.
5 of 6, and they're all taken by Mr. Summer. 3 fouls for Ray Becker. That is a concern for Coach Konieczny.
Yeah, it's a big concern because Ray has done an excellent job since he's come into the starting lineup.
Yes.
And like I said, that third foul, that was a hustle foul, which is what you're going to get from Ray Becker, but unfortunately it was just a little too much. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Coach Konieczny does with that.
Got to give a shout out to Gary Morrison. You see sweeping the floor. The obligatory shout out. He and his folks and I are good friends. Anyway, we look at Loyal. 5 for Reed Stiglitz. 5 also for Bryce Deegan. He's 5 away from 1,000. Carson Prine with 3. 8 for Kane Tofar. 4 for Rhett Lamovic. Loyal only 2 free throw attempts, and they've missed both. So not too many free throws for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, and for Hunter Walter, you know, he's kind of an unsung hero. He gets in there, he puts in quality minutes. He's kind of that hard-working farming mentality kid, and he's done a couple really good things in there.
Kathy Trimble said she and Bob got a chuckle out of the hat story. And Jeremy Lewis is checked in. He's watching from the heart of the Marewood. Go Cats, go.
There you go. That's got to be Edgar, right?
Got to be.
About the only cat I know in the Marewood.
All right, friends, we're going to take another commercial break here. We'll be back in a few minutes. You're watching High School Boys Basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you tonight by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hunting season is here, and BBD has the supplies you need. Check out their large selection of crossbows, including 10-point and Wicked Ridge. BBD has added more hunting gear, deer attractant, mineral, and accessories for a successful hunt. See their in-stock selection of hunting blinds, stands, in-trail cameras, and more. BBD has the name brand gear you can depend on again and again. Big Bear Down. We're always in season. Located on Highway 13 in Abbotsford.
For
to the orthodontist, and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here, and he was very happy with a smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointments, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Oh! Randy Montalvo has chimed in, so shout out to Randy, one of my former colleagues. Before we get you ready for the second half in 2 minutes, need to share some information from some of our sponsors tonight. Just like these players bring their best to the court, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, affordable service. Also, our friends from Mutual of Wausau Insurance. They've been protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. And if you're going to buy a house, you want to talk to Next Home Simic Orman. Whether you're buying or selling, you can trust the Neilsville Next Home team of Julie Simic and Jake Orman to guide you through the process, for commercial, residential, and land properties. Julie and Jake have the expertise you need. Call the Next Home professionals, Julie Simic and Jake Orman in Neilsville today. And my two favorite reads, and I say this every game, our friends from Smith Brothers Meats. Get fresh meats and cheeses every day and let them cater your next event. Smith Brothers Meats in Colby. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, Saturdays 8 to 4. And our friends from Nasonville Dairy. Nasonville Dairy makes those fresh cheese curds every day. You can get your cheese curds in Neilsville, Marshfield. Pardon me, not Neilsville. It's your Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield. That's better. Here, I blew it. I have this memorized. Get them from Nasonville Dairy cheese curds in Marshfield, Curtis, or log on to nasonvilledairy.com. You want to be my forever friend in life? Buy me sausage from Smith Brothers Meats and cheese curds from Nasonville Dairy, and I will be your pal for life.
Here, Joe, and since you're retired from education, you should become an insurance agent, because that's a daily giveaway for me to my insurance agent friends.
Really?
I at least probably once a week I go to Nasonville for fresh cheese curds.
Sure.
And on my way up to service like Medford, Athens, Colby, Abbey, that area, I stop in by Dave at Smith Brothers and get beef stick. And wonderful families, both families, really supportive of the community, supportive of kids, athletics, great businesses.
Excellent. Well, we've done enough talking about different things. We got to get on with the second half of play. That chief concern for the Columbus Dons is 3 fouls on Ray Becker. We'll see if he comes back out. Yes, he's coming back out on the floor. I'll let you list off the players on the floor for Columbus, Jamie. I'll get Loyal.
Okay, starting lineup for Columbus. We got Matt Konitschke coming in here. We got Ray Becker, as Joe has mentioned, with 3 fouls. Caleb Hilgeman, Carter Summer, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 13 points first half, and Ben Weiland.
Loyal will go with their starting 5 of Stiglitz, Deegan, Tofar, Lamovic, and Prine. And we got a foul right away on the Greyhounds.
I believe on Deegan.
And that's going to be Bryce's second. It'll put Carter Summer, who's 5 of 6 from the free throw line, to shoot 2.
Yeah, may have jinxed him now.
Summer, the only free throw shooter for Columbus in the matchup tonight. Yeah, we did.
There we go. Happens.
Second free throw for number 35. Got a lot of people who have chimed in tonight, too, so thanks for that. Keep leaving those comments. He makes 1 of 2.
Again, Bryce Becker, he's not afraid to be aggressive. He just went after that ball, but I think Coach K is all right with that because that's what's gotten him to this point is his aggressiveness.
Channel 7 cameraman in by the doorway there, just to the right on your screen. Prine will inbound on the south end. Deegan takes it up the far sideline.
He's going all the way.
The Gazelle! 3 points away from 1,000.
Here's Weiland coming the other way, guarded by Prine.
And Becker brings it back out. Hilgeman, power, got the shooter's roll. Caleb Hilgeman, first basket of the contest.
Yeah, nice use of the glass there by Caleb.
Prine to Lamovic. Turn around off glass. There you go.
You called it. You called it, Joe.
6 for Lamovic.
He's cleaning the glass.
Dare we say Windex?
Correct.
Konieczny, near side.
It's Weiland coming off that wheel route.
Summer thought about a three. He's going to take it in.
He's been making bank, though, in the lane. Oh.
There's a three. Yes.
Got it.
Carter Summer, this is his game for Columbus.
He's feeling it, without a doubt.
Tied at 29.
Tell you what's going to make it tough for Loyal is if he keeps hitting those down low and then he hits one outside once in a while. That's going to be a tough guy to guard.
Yes, sir.
Good
Turnover.
Job. Yeah, good job by Konieczny getting his hand in there. Here comes Summer the other way.
Into
Nice.
Hilgeman. Good fake.
Nice.
Back-to-back baskets for Hilgeman. The lead back to Columbus. When we played quarters, I always told my players that the first 3 minutes of the third quarter were the most important of the game.
Yeah, it kind of sets the tone, to be honest with you. And so far, Columbus has come out quite well here, but Loyal's not going to back down. I'm sure they're going to keep fighting.
They've got the momentum right now, does the Dons, but Loyal can grab it back with a basket here. Deegan, whoa! Turnaround, no.
Lost the handle a bit, kind of messed up his shot a tad.
Carter Summer turning into a point guard here. Weiland, that's way short. And takes some raspberries from the Loyal crowd. That happens, don't worry.
Yeah, but Ben looks over at Coach K, and Coach K encourages him and said, just keep shooting.
Yep.
As a player, you got to love to play for a coach like that, huh, Joe?
That is correct.
And we've seen Ben hit plenty of threes, so it's not one of those problems, right?
Yes,
Here's Stiglitz with one of his own, but
yeah, I was going to say
nothing but air, though, unfortunately.
He just matched that. Weiland to Becker. Now Hilgeman, who's had 4 straight points here.
Weiland getting a ball screen from Hilgeman. He's going to use it. Nice slip. Didn't slip quite enough.
Summers thinking about it.
He is. That's a good kick to Becker.
3 for Ray Becker. 6 for Becker.
That was all Carter Summer right there.
Correct.
Uh-oh.
Summer with the partial dunk. Timeout, Loyal.
Coach DeSmet with a timeout. He's got to slow this down.
Back after these messages, you're watching high school boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you tonight by ShedsDelivered.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
From
humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
And we're back here in Loyal. It's boisterous tonight.
Yeah, great atmosphere. God.
Columbus has come out on and outscored Loyal. Let's see, they had 23-13.
13-5.
13-4 run.
13-4.
14:05 left in regulation. Joe Anderson joined by Jamie Wenzel and the maestro of the modulator, Jackson Zaleski.
Let's see which coach DeSmet told the boys in the timeout. Did a good job of breaking it. Here's Prine. Oh, he was thinking about it. Going in, nice floater.
Carson Prine. Carson Prine time.
It's the old Steph Curry floater in the lane.
He and Stiglitz do that a lot.
Yes. It's a pretty common shot nowadays.
Yep.
Oh, nice move.
Konieczny. That one doesn't go.
A little short.
Loyal looking for its first conference championship since the 1967-68 school year. They finished one game from state. Deegan, 1 point away from 1,000. Summer kicks it out to Weiland for three. Got it. Ben Weiland's first basket of the game, and it's a three.
Mentioned it a couple minutes ago. Sooner or later, he's going to hit one, and that's what he did. That was a big shot by Ben. Good job by Carter keeping that alive.
Jackson, be ready on that shot over to the left. If he gets 1,000, they are going to go bonkers. Deegan with the ball. He'll reset the offense. Prine, spin move. Lamovic backs down.
Couple big bodies.
No foul. Weiland, three. No. Tofar skies. Here comes Stiglitz. Lamovic, no. Tofar for two. 10 for Kane Tofar.
Good job by Kane getting in there and getting that.
Got to give a shout out to Tia Mora, who's chimed in. She's watching from Winter. Courtney Summers watching brother Carter. Matt Konieczny's three off the mark. Loyal with a chance to make it a 1 point game. Under 12 minutes. Bryce Deegan 1 point away from 1,000 career. Here it is. No. Tofar tracks it down. The end of Tofar on the block. And they're going to call a player control. Yeah, that was a good call. He dipped that shoulder. That's what you look for. And they don't care for it. Devlin Timler in for Columbus, and in for Loyal is Hunter Walter. And by the way, Courtney Summer, one heck of an athlete in her career at Columbus. One heck of a volleyball player.
Tremendous volleyball player. A matter of fact, I think she's playing for UW Oshkosh club ball down there.
Yep. Cheering on younger brother Carter. Konieczny kicks it out
to Timler.
Weiland in the corner.
That wasn't good. I saw that right
away. There's Prine.
Ben with a little bit of a lazy pass out to mid-court, and that just was a little too high for Konieczny. Here's Stiglitz.
Nope. And a breach foul. Who are they going to assess it to?
It's going to be on Prine. Yep.
Yes, okay. 10:37 left. Nobody's left. Here come the Dons on offense over the timeline.
Yeah, if you're nearby, there's a couple seats left. Not many, but there's a couple. Here's Konitschke, guarded by Stiglitz.
Got a great crowd watching on the network tonight. Thank you for viewing tonight. We appreciate it. Matt Konitschke.
Oh, step back.
Summer for three. Rims out. I was going to say, I've noticed that Coach DeSmet is not, he's only going with 6 in his rotation. Those kids are getting gassed. And they had a tough game Tuesday. Usually goes 7.
Walter was there, but Prine missed him.
Slowing things down. 4-point lead. Under 10 to go.
Here's Deegan.
Will he get it here?
Working on Konitschke. Skip to Prine.
Stay patient, lads. That's all you got to do.
Oh, Kane missed him. Not anymore. There's 1,000.
There it is! 1,000 points for Bryce Deegan. Congratulations, Bryce. Drink it in, loyal fans. 1,000 points for Bryce Deegan. Congratulations.
Yeah, great accomplishment. It's kind of one of those dreams as a kid, score 1,000 points in high school, and when you do, it's like hats off, and the crowd gave him a great celebration there. Joe, would you happen to know who was the last 1,000-point scorer in Loyal?
Oh, goodness, maybe
Brett?
Riley Geiger, I think, would be.
For the girls? Oh, yeah, yes. But it wasn't his...
Cameron Brusso, too, might have 1,000.
Yep. I was thinking back in the day, Jadarski.
Yeah, Brad would have, yes.
Brad.
Quite an accomplishment. We're back to action now. It's a 2-point game. 9 minutes left.
Yeah, Loyal has done a good job out of that timeout when Columbus went on that run.
Got to change the momentum.
Yeah, it really did. Nice spin move here. Lost the handle of it. He's going to get him with a double dribble.
Coach Konitschke doesn't agree. You'll see from the camera angle that corner, that is the Kane Tofar corner. Grandma Olson in the chair there. Comes to every one of Kane's games. She'll have to saddle up and go to Stout. That's where he's going to play football next year.
Yeah. Here's Deegan. He's going in all the way.
The Gazelle doesn't get it. Hunter Walter fouled. Will shoot 2. Hunter Walter, I first met him when he was a student in Granton. Hilgeman called for the foul, his 3rd. Great family, the Walter clan.
Hunter's first attempt.
Yeah.
In and out.
They have not shot the ball well from the free throw line tonight.
Oh, almost got the friendly bounce.
Timeout, Columbus. Back after these messages, you're watching high school boys basketball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you tonight by ShedsDelivered.com.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Healthcare decisions can be overwhelming, but at Forward Insurance, you're never in it alone. We'll help you make sense of Medicare, find the right health insurance, and walk with you every step of the way. Forward Insurance, for every stage of life and every question along the way.
Welcome back to a packed house here at Loyal High School. 39-37 Columbus. Winner take all. The showdown in L-Town tonight for the Eastern Clover Belt Conference Championship for boys basketball. Loyal looking for its first title since 1968. Back to action here out of the Columbus timeout. Joe Anderson, Jamie Wenzel bringing you tonight's game. Jackson Zaleski on production.
Yeah, Loyal comes out and gives Columbus a little taste of their own business with this 1-3-1. Here's Weiland from the corner, in and out.
Hunter Walter just playing out of his mind tonight. We just saw Bryce Deegan score 1,001 points. He needed 10. And he got it.
Walter backing in on Summer. Here Walter, he thought about it. Hands off to Stiglitz. Guarded by Becker with 3 fouls. Stiglitz.
Aye. Now, who is that foul going to be on?
It's going to be a jump ball.
Yes, okay. Okay.
You know what? I think that was a good call.
Yes, it was. They both had position. They both went for the ball. There was no contact. I mean, you know.
And if you notice, the ball was above Bryce's head.
Yes.
And Carter simply grabbed it, and they fell to the floor, which made it look bad. But I would say good
Correct.
call there, jump ball. Nice inbound play here.
Deegan ties it.
That was a great set play right there. Deegan came off a couple screens and slipped it for a nice little layup.
Can Columbus answer, or will Loyal get a stop? Konechny, 3, no.
Set play. But there you go, 2 Loyal guys fighting over it, and ends up going Columbus's way. Down low to Caleb. Going to be a foul, possibly on Deegan.
Might be Lamova. Oh, it is Deegan. That is his third. 6:57 left. All right, Coach, what do you do? Keep him in, or do you sub him out?
I'll tell you what, he's a smart enough player, you keep him in.
Konechny's 3, no bueno.
Konechny off a bit, but you know what? Like we said earlier, you got to keep shooting. He's a shooter.
And it's a good shot. I mean, it's a good percentage shot.
Yeah.
Stiglitz in the corner, skips back to Tofar.
Similar play here. They're going to bring Deegan into the corner. Nice backdoor cut by Deegan.
There, they're going to get the foul. A lot of contact.
I'm not sure who that's going to be on. I'm thinking it might be on Hilgeman. Yep.
And that is number 4 on Caleb Hilgeman.
That was one of those cases. It's either Becker or Hilgeman, and either of them would have had their 4th.
Stiglitz, the first free throws of tonight. He makes his first, shooting 2. I have not kept track of lead changes, but this has to be about our 4th or 5th.
I'd say you're about right.
1 of 2.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier. You know, Loyal's missed a fair share of free throws in this game, and again, you know, tight games.
They're 1 of 6.
Yeah.
Konechny, nice drive. Konechny with 9. Tied up again at, oh no, the 41-40.
Give Max some credit, you know. He's not been hitting the outside shot, but he took it to the basket and made a nice one there. Lamovic, skip over to Prine. Prine's going to take a 3. That's in. Oh.
Taufar. Yes. Grandpa Harry to our left cheering on his grandson, writing for the TRG paper. Boy, boy. Glad I don't have to sing tomorrow. I just get to hear other kids do it. I don't have a voice after tonight.
Well, at timeouts, they're playing great music, so you can't help but sing.
No, it's true.
Becker going in. There's Deegan.
Now that's 4.
That's 4. That's You know, there's 5:28 left in the game, and he's a 1,000-point scorer. He's a smart kid. You know, if I'm Coach DeSmet, I'm keeping him in there.
But then again, I'm going to play devil's advocate.
I figured you would.
He may be tired. Just give him like a minute just to kind of catch his breath, get a drink. I don't know.
It's a tough call, isn't it?
Yep. 1 of 2 for Becker. Tied at 42.
But, you know, you're on the brink of your first conference championship since 1968. It's really hard to take your best player out of the game, even if he has 4 fouls with, you know, a little over 5 minutes to go.
You got to wonder, too, if you go zone.
Well, and I was going to say that a little earlier. You know, they've been working hard, a little bit of man-to-man lately, and I think he's getting tired, like you said, and when you get tired, you make mistakes.
Good rebound by Summer.
Stiglitz was looking for a foul there, but problem was he faded away. He didn't go into the defender, he faded away, and as an official, I don't usually give that. Here's that set play for Weiland. Nope, he's going to be short on that. Good hustle.
Going to be white ball out of bounds. Timeout situation, Loyal with a full and 2 30s, and the same for the Dons.
I mean, you look around down there, Joe, and I mean, every player looks pretty beat.
Yeah, they are tired.
It's a competitive game, though. It's been physical. It's been a great game. I mean, holy cow, you can't ask for a better game.
And you got 2 teams that battle it out every year. Timeout, 32nd for Loyal. Back after this, you're watching high school boys basketball on Selesky Sports, brought to you tonight by ShedsDelivered.com.
Discover Marshfield's wellness destination, Be Well Studio, now open in front of Pick and Save on Central Avenue in Marshfield. Experience cutting-edge recovery tools like hydromassage, infrared sauna, red light therapy, PEMF, and more, all designed to help your body and mind feel their best. You can pay per session or choose from memberships and packages available. Book your wellness session today at BeWellStudio.com or stop in at 601 South Central Avenue, Suite 400 in front of Pick and Save in Marshfield.
Welcome back. Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, I had to interrupt Joe. He's sitting there playing the drums and getting into. Yeah.
By the way, that was the theme song for the 88-89 boys basketball team here from Loyola. Got 1 game from state. Welcome to the jungle.
Yep, remember that. Lost a tough game to Florence.
Stiglitz doesn't get it to drop.
It's a good play out of the timeout for Coach DeSmet.
Steal. Now, if you're Jason Zaleski, you'd say we need a shot clock here. He traveled, yeah, he did.
Yeah, good eye by the official on that.
Yeah, he did. He skipped his feet. He doesn't think he did, but he did.
Yep.
I saw that footwork and went, no, that's
yeah,
all
and
right.
Mr. Prine can look back at this game later on to see if indeed he did. And chances are when he sees it, he'd say, oh, yeah, I did travel.
Republic Prod says, yes, go Columbus.
Set play to Konitschke.
Got the lead for 3. Matt Konitschke coming on.
Yeah, one thing, when he catches, he does that shot fake, and the defender goes up. He goes one way, and he hits it.
Mac, one of the members of that championship team state title 2 years ago.
Yeah, and Mac was able to score his 1,000th point this season as well. So a couple fine players in Konitschke and Deegan.
Lamovic, get out of my way.
Yep. I don't think anyone was going to step in front of him.
No.
Good job by Rhett seeing the lane and taking it to the basket. Konitschke from the same spot. Same result.
Yes.
Watch out, folks. If he starts hitting.
Loyal's got to answer here. And they don't. Good behind the back dribble for Summer. Deuce. Carter Summer.
I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to stay ahead. Kicked her in a different gear.
Time becoming a factor now, under 2.5. Deegan up top.
You know, someone's name we haven't mentioned much this half is Tofar. You know, he had a really good first half, but he hasn't had many touches here. Here's Deegan.
Stiglitz. 3.
That's deep. Tofar, I just mentioned his name, and there he was.
Momentum is starting to swing to Columbus. 3.
No, that's way deep. I think he rushed it a bit there.
Yep, and we're under 2.
He would have liked that back. They should have ran a little bit of clock there. Oh, nice.
And a blocking foul. That's
going to be 5 on Hilgeman. Who's Coach K going to go to? Timler.
Go a little smaller, but a little quicker.
Well, the one thing with Timler, you know, I've said this before, is he doesn't make many mistakes.
Right.
He's a really smart kid. He doesn't try to do anything fancy. He just does his job.
He's just solid. He was quarterback, too, for the football team. I know that.
Yes, he was.
2 free throws for Reed Stiglitz.
A little late to the game as he's going to be serving our country in the National Guard, so he missed the first 2 weeks of football.
Oh, my. Made them both ice in his veins.
Okay, it's going to be a clear out here for Summer. Coach DeSmet's having Tofar up on him tight. Not sure if that's going to be the right thing to do. Kick out to Timler. I think Timler's smart about that. He could have taken the shot or gone to the basket, decided not to, and now we're going to see a little deliberate holding of the ball here, which, a nice kick by Tofar.
Tofar! Not too far, Tofar! Down the 2.
We're going to get a foul by Tofar.
And Summer comes right back at him.
Kane's first.
Oh my gosh.
I tell you what, though, Carter is extremely tired. He's pulling at his shorts. Do you blame the guy? Holy cow, he's had a hell of a game.
First free throw, no bueno.
Yeah, shout out to my dad at home. He's feeling a little under the weather, so wasn't able to make the game tonight, but I know he's watching us on Selesky Sports.
Well, cool beans. 1 of 2.
It's big to get one of those 2. You come up empty, that's always tough.
3-point lead for Columbus.
Minute to go.
You don't need a 3. You're going to get a timeout called by Coach DeSmet.
Yeah,
a full one.
Yep, Coach DeSmet is looking to set something up here. It'd be interesting to see what he plans on doing. Is he going to go for the tie or is he going to go for the 2? We got a lot of time.
All right, well, we'll take a timeout here. You're watching high school boys basketball on Selesky Sports, brought to you tonight by ShedsDelivered.com.
Pines at Cadott is a great place for golf. And coming this spring, it will be the perfect Four Seasons venue for your special event. The Whispering Pines Event Center is now under construction and will be available for events this spring. Weddings, reunions, whatever your event, Whispering Pines Event Center is the perfect location. Just a short drive down Highway 29 from Eau Claire. Whispering Pines Event Center is now booking dates for 2026 and beyond. Whispering Pines Golf, and coming soon, Whispering Pines Event Center on County X in Cadott.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Welcome back to Selesky Sports. Hey, I want to do a little shout out here for the Columbus 6th grade girls basketball team. They're playing at the state tournament up in Merrill this weekend, so I want to do a little shout out and wish them good luck. Good luck to my daughter Collins as she helps 6th grade girls team at the state tournament. Back to action. Here's Stiglitz, guarded tight by Weiland.
50 seconds left. Deegan.
Good matchup there.
Lamovic, Euro step, got it! 1 point, under 40. Timler is fouled.
Coach K pleading his case.
He wants a
timeout, perhaps?
flagrant, or not a flagrant, but intentional.
Intentional.
But he's not going to get it. Devlin Timler, first time tonight at the line, shooting bonus. 1-1. 1 point lead for his team, the Columbus Dons. Rims out. Lamovic with the rebound. Stiglitz near side will take it over the timeline. Under 30 seconds. Timeout Loyal. 30-second timeout. We can keep it here. Well, Coach, what do you do? If you're Loyal, what do you do?
Well, you know, Lamovic's done a really good job here using his body. He's sneaky, kind of quick.
Yes.
Is he left-handed?
I can't say for certain. I'm not sure.
Because he's really good with his left. You know, Deegan, obviously, 1,000-point scorer, talented. But Red has done a really good job here the last couple possessions. So it's hard to say. My guess is he's probably setting something up for Deegan, but Deegan being a smart player, he'll kick it to someone else.
Now, if you're Coach Konechny, you're going to foul more so than give up a basket?
Here's the deal. You're 3 fouls to give.
Yes.
So it's that old adage, you foul just to waste time.
Yep.
So my guess is he told them, you know, if they break it down, foul them.
All right. And a quick foul for Ben Weiland. That's his first, only the 4th team.
And think about this. This is something you maybe don't see often. Maybe Coach K is looking for them to get closer to the bonus in case it goes down to a free throw contest.
Yes. Into Deegan, 24 seconds.
Well, they're not going to foul him.
Prine near side, under 20. The crowd rises. And Stiglitz is fouled by Ben Weiland.
Which is his second foul, so he still has some to give. Columbus Catholic with 5, so they still have another one to give yet before we're in the bonus.
Lamovic, 13, 12, and he's fouled by Summer. That's his second, and they've got one more to give. 12.3 seconds remaining.
Deegan getting his screen by Lamovic, out to Stiglitz. Stiglitz going in the lane.
Oh, just fell off the rim. 3.8 seconds left. Reed Stiglitz, the 2 biggest free throws of his life coming up.
Yeah, this is one of those things. You put a lot of time in the gym to shoot a lot of free throws for this opportunity.
And Coach Konechny calls a full timeout. We'll take one now at this time. You're watching high school boys basketball and Zaleski Sports, brought to you tonight by ShedsDelivered.com.
Wisconsin shops at Gross Auto Group for 3 big reasons. No hassle pricing, lifetime warranty, massive selection, price to move. Gross Auto Group's no hassle pricing means the price you see is the price you pay. No back and forth, no wasted time. Our lifetime engine warranty means we want your new ride running for as long as you own it. And with 8 brands in 6 stores, Gross Auto has the ride you want at the price you need. 3 reasons, 3 towns. Gross Auto Group in Neelsville, Black River Falls, and Marshfield.
Clowning around with some of my former students over in the student section.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's the set. Each team in bonus, but Reed Stiglitz was fouled going to the basket. He will have 2 free throws. Loyal has used all of their timeouts. Columbus with 2. 2 of the biggest free throws in the career of Reed Stiglitz coming up right here.
Yeah, and he's 3 of 4 in the game. He hit his last 2, so he's got to feel pretty confident about going to the line.
The dribbles. Missed.
Coach
Konechny calls timeout. We'll keep it here. Cassidy Lavovic is cheering on the Greyhounds. We have got a boatload of, holy cow, I'm looking at how many people are watching. We've got an outstanding group of people.
What are we at?
758 or 768.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Welcome.
Thanks for tuning in tonight. You have not been disappointed.
Well, I hope they're not disappointed in us.
Yeah. I was going to say.
I mean, the game isn't disappointing.
Right.
I mean, like I said earlier, the toughest thing about this game is unfortunately someone's going to be on the losing end.
Yes.
And when you have two quality squads like this, you just wish it wouldn't have to be that way.
Correct. All right. Stiglitz missed the first of two. Here's the second free throw for the senior, number 0. For the tie.
Got it.
No! In the Columbus Dons.
Wow.
Come back and defeat the Loyal Greyhounds 51-50 and take the Eastern Clover Belt Conference Championship.
Unbelievable.
Holy cow.
My heart goes out to Reed Stiglitz. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Congratulations to the Columbus Dons. Shout out to the Loyal Greyhounds on the tremendous game.
I'm going to counter. Congratulations to Loyal.
Yes.
I mean, Loyal has had a heck of a year. It is not over for them by no means.
No.
They easily could go deep in the playoffs. I expect them to go deep in the playoffs, but my heart really goes out to Reed Stiglitz.
Well, friends, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a timeout here and hear from our sponsors from Nasonville Dairy, the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. You've got those fresh cheese curds in Marshfield or Curtis, or log on to NasonvilleDairy.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Welcome back to Selesky Sports, post-game here, brought to you by Nasonville Dairy. Coach Konitski, you know, we said it from the start, you know, this was biggest game of the year. I think, you know, everyone kind of felt that way going into the season. You knew what they had, they knew what you had. You know, the teacher and the student, Coach DeSmet being one of your former athletes, he's done a great job with the program. Standing room only, I mean, the atmosphere was amazing. It was an amazing atmosphere. Joe Anderson and I had a little conversation about that. We mentioned that, you know, we felt like your boys probably had been in pressure situations in the past. And kudos to you, because, you know, me following the program, one thing I noticed is that you do a really good job of scheduling tough non-conference games. And I think sometimes when you do that, you get yourself in these pressure situations, which allow these kids coming down the road here, especially on a game like tonight, to handle those pressure situations. How do you think the boys did handling it, and what do you think of the game overall?
It's bittersweet because it's Brandon. You know, I'll be honest with you, Jamie. Like, he's like a son to me. He was in our program his first 4 years. Probably about as good a human being as I've ever had the privilege of coaching. And I've been on the other side of those, where the ball bounces the other team's way and you lose by one, and it's heartbreaking because I know he loves his kids like I love my kids. So while you're happy for your players, your heart goes out to him. But I know that they're going to use this to
motivation,
make a playoff run, and he's as good as he gets as a coach. So from a game standpoint, you know, the 2 times we played them got decided by 3 points. You know, they beat us by 2 at our place. We won by 1 tonight. And the team that maybe got a few breaks or made a few shots ends up winning. So for our kids to get a conference championship, I'm very proud of them and happy for them. But you don't want to make it bigger than it is. You know, it's one game, and we're gonna take the weekend off, see where we get seated on Sunday, and then start the new season, so to speak, on Monday.
Yeah, I know one thing that Joe and I had talked about is this is one of those games where you don't want to see anybody be on the short end.
No.
And especially, like you mentioned, your relationship with Brandon being his coach for so long, and he's an outstanding individual. He's done an amazing job with Loyal here. So, but my heart goes out to Stiglitz, Reed.
Yeah.
Him and Mac have been battling for years.
And what's cool is they get along off the court.
Right.
I remember when my family had some stuff 2 years ago. He's Snapchatting Mac, and they've been playing. And I told the dad before the game, Coach Stiglitz, I said, hey, man, whatever happens, if this is the last time, which maybe it will be, maybe it won't be,
right.
A ton of respect, and it's been a lot of fun. You get to watch his older son, my older son, play against each other, Mac and the younger son, and it's been a lot of fun. And I hope that when those guys see each other, out to eat or whatever in 20 years, they're still friends, and it's kind of the cool part about high school sports. So kudos to Loyal. How good is the Clover Belt East, though?
Yeah.
When a team that's 21-2 finishes second place by a point. Our conference is really good this year.
Yeah, I've been around now the conference for a while here since we've come to the Columbus Catholic family, and I will tell you the Eastern Clover Belt is as tough as any conference in the state, to be quite honest with you, especially on top. And this year was no different. It is tough on top. And even some of those teams that perhaps are lower part, they give it their all and give you a run too. But yeah, kudos to the conference and the coaches. But yeah, great win. Any final words?
Just kudos to both teams. I thought it was worth the price of admission. A really good high school basketball game. Some possessions each team would like to have back, but at the end of the day, I think both teams should be really proud of what they put on display for a really great, loyal crowd tonight.
Yeah, and I tell you, it was really neat to see because on the viewership on the game near the end was over 700 people.
Yeah. Well,
so we knew it was the game of the year. It ended up being the game of the year. It looked like the game of the year. It played out to be the game of the year. So great job, Coach. Look forward to the playoffs and good luck.
Thank you, Jamie. Thanks for the coverage.
You're welcome. Now let's bring in our players of the game here, Mac Konitschke and Carter Summers. First, I'm going to start off with Carter. I think Mac would agree with me. Carter had a heck of a first half. Columbus came out a little flat, had a lot of empty looks down in the end, but they had open shots. And the one thing you're going to get with Columbus and Coach Konitschke is telling his boys keep shooting. When you're a shooter, you just keep shooting and they fall in. And Carter, Joe and I had mentioned you did a heck of a job keeping your team in the game. You went hard to the basket. One thing I mentioned in the broadcast is that one thing I noticed about you this year is that you're going hard to the basket more than you ever had. And it's really helped you become a real better player overall. And not to mention your free throws. You hit quite a few free throws in that first half. I don't think you exactly drew up the play right before halftime the way Coach K did, but it ended up working out for you and you hit one. So yeah, overall great game. So what are your thoughts on the game and as far as the season and where you're at and what do you have to look forward to?
It was a really good win against a really good coach team, and I think we just got to keep working in practice, and it really helps when we got teammates like Mac and Ben who space the floor and they can knock down shots, so that really opens up the floor for me so I can get to the rim. And I think we just got to bear down and worry about the next game.
Yeah, one thing I noticed is that you guys called a timeout when Loyal had a little bit of a lead on you, and Coach Konitschke does a good job at taking timeouts when he should. And out of that timeout, you went to that 1-3-1 with you on top. And Joe and I had mentioned, obviously you got some length, and you got Caleb in the middle with some length, and you got quick guys on the outside, So do you feel like that was a good move on your part, and do you feel like that was something that maybe turned the tides a little bit in the game?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think we really trust our coaches because they know what they're doing, and I think we hopped in a 1-3-1 when we needed to, and we just played really well.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Carter, on a great game. Again, we'll bring in now Mac Konitschke. Hey, Mac, you've been there, done that. One thing I was telling your dad in the interview is that, Joe and I had talked about pressure situations. And weren't quite sure, if Loyal had been in as many pressure situations as perhaps some of you guys, especially you, because you've been playing at such a high level for a long time. But with that said, in the beginning, it just wasn't falling for you, but you were still taking your shots. And you know that when you're a shooter like you are, you just keep taking them and they're going to hit. And I tell you, the big turnaround I felt for you in the game is in that second half when you had those 2 threes down in the corner. What are your thoughts about the first half and where it ended up in the second half and ultimately at the end?
Yeah, sometimes the shots aren't going to fall, and I know that. I think Ben knows that. Ben didn't have a great night, but I know next game the math will work out, and I know he'll do great. And coaches drew up 2 great plays there, and my teammates did a great job getting me the ball. I just had to connect.
Yeah, and one thing I've noticed with you, I've been watching you since you were a young lad, and you catch the ball and you do that shot fake. And the minute that defender goes up, you take that side dribble and you hit that 3, and that's exactly what you did on those 2 threes, which in my opinion was a big momentum shift for you guys. But your dad, your coach, you call him coach. He commented about, how tough it was, seeing Coach DeSmet on the other side, who, your dad coached for quite some time. Great man, great coach. But, your heart goes out to him. Your heart goes out to the boys. Hard-fought game, game of the year. Unfortunately, someone had to lose. But I know you and Reed have been competing against each other a long time. So what are your thoughts as far as, how the game ended in relation to Reed?
Yeah, he's a great player. I got nothing but respect for him. He's been playing at a high level since his freshman year, and they got a lot of great guys over there. They're very well coached, and I know we probably will see them again in the future.
Yeah. And I really like the fact that, they're 2 competitive teams that obviously are fighting for a conference championship. And ultimately, when you hear a young man say positive things and accolades for the opponent, that's always something you like to see in high school athletics. So congratulations, guys, on the conference championship. Well-fought game. Good job. Good luck in the playoffs. And now we're going to just do in the house.
I'm Matt Konechny.
I'm Carter Summer.
And we're in the house.
Thanks, guys. Hey, congrats. Carter, good job. Good job. That's it.